Wait, that was the wrong screen. Hello, good morning. Hi everyone. How is your Wednesday? We're experiencing the phenomena of what we call hump day. Hello. I did not have chat up and everything that was mentioned beforehand. I just had breakfast. What now? Happy hump day. Happy hump. Yeah, that's what they call Wednesday. That's what they call Wednesday. It's hump day because it's like the camel's hump. Like the camel's back. It's like, it's the hump in the middle of the camel. And that's essentially what Wednesday is the hump in the middle of the week. Like an actual physical hump. Good afternoon, Ghost. Welcome in. It's, good after noon night? Isn't it awkward that there's no music? There we go. Now you guys can hear something. I thought we were humping people. That's exactly what's going on. Was it a yummy breakfast? It was 2 pieces of tofu. I wasn't planning on having breakfast, but I was taking my pills this morning and they kept getting stuck in my throat. So I was like, I need something to like push it down. Water wasn't helping. Coffee wasn't helping. So I'm like, how about I just take some tofu and just like physically try to push it down? So it wasn't really a breakfast. Breakfast is more like a pill eating helping aid. Swallowing aid. Are you streaming on YouTube today? I think so. I see YouTube chat. Night. Good night. Dormant owl. No, we're not humping each other. I saw Goth Girl talks to you and saw it was Ark and I was like, I need this in my life right now. Isn't that what happens every single day? Goth Girl talks to you in your mornings. Or whatever it is, your afternoons, your nights. Goth Girl talks to you every single day for 3 hours. I believe you shouldn't drink coffee and meds. It's not really meds. I did say pills. I didn't say meds. They're allergy pills. Allergy pills and probiotics. So it's fine. They're not actual meds. Just pills. Just pills. Don't worry, guys. I don't have meds. I don't actually have, like, meds. I don't need meds. I have vitamins. Every time I mention pills, it's really just allergy pills or allergy meds or vitamins or probiotics or creatine. So nothing that will affect my my actual mental or my physical body in any chemically active way. Not that much, at least. You need those allergy pills? Yeah, it was really bad this morning. Hi, Dex. Good morning. Hi, Danish. I woke up from my sneezing. Sorry, Ark, I misunderstood. No worries, I'm just clarifying, in case everybody needs to know in the future as well. Yeah, I woke up sneezing, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. So I tried to go back to bed, but then my nose was itchy the entire time. So I was like, I think it's about time I actually get up and take some pills, some allergy pills. You suffer from allergies every single day. I'm coughing every single day. It's terrible. It's so bad. Ugh. My lips are bleeding too. It's so dry. What the hell? Sorry. Makes me mad. Working, lurking. Have a good work day, Merc. It's probably a lot of people's work days today. It is a Wednesday after all. It's still a weekday. Is a nice sneezing lady. I'm gonna start sneezing on stream. It's gonna be horrifying. That's all you guys are gonna hear. Just me sneezing, coughing, snot running down my nose. You know, typical Ark stream. Anyways, it's gonna be like the usual when I'm like blowing my nose all the time. I stopped doing that. You guys have probably noticed, and I mentioned it before too, is that I stopped muting myself every time I blow my nose because I'm like, it's just gonna happen so often. It's gonna be annoying for me to keep like pressing the button. You blow your nose yesterday for foreshadowing. I mean, all the time. All the time. Ugh. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm so distracted right now because my lips are dry. Wait, can I will be right back. I'm gonna grab lip balm because this is not it. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable being here. Give me 1 second. Like, quick run to get my lip balm. Okay. Hello. Alright, now is the start of the stream. Now we can finally chat. Men of culture unite. What about women of culture? Where are the women at? I was looking at my YouTube analytics and it's just like 99% dudes. Hello? Hello? Any women out there? I don't think I'm gender neutral enough to be women, the 1%. Yeah. It's such a shame. I need to I am the one. I guess if I am watching my own streams, then sure, I am the 1%. The goonettes exist, but they don't advertise. I don't think so. I am maidenless. God. I understand what it means to be maidenless now. I am one of them. I am the part of the statistic of people who are maidenless. No, there is sometimes I see 1 or 2 girls here, but it's very rare. It's very rare. And even when I were to go back to my more gender neutral model, I'm still maidenless. It makes no difference. Turns out I fucking lied. Oh, hi, Clock. You know what Clock told me yesterday? Clock's a giant, big-ass liar, pants on fire. Yeah, Clock was like, by the way, I'm not gonna be here today. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here on Friday because I have stuff to do. I have something important to do. And no. He's here right now. Noah's Ark. Actually, some people have called me that. Hi, Dark King. Some of my friends have called me that. I'm early this time, so I don't get sacrificed, right? When did we sacrifice people, huh? Huh? No, every time I threaten to sacrifice people, I don't actually sacrifice them. I am a woman of not... What's the opposite of a man of my words? A woman not of my words. It starts at 8:20? I don't know what time it is for you. I really don't. If you're Noah's Ark, then what animal do you have on you? All of them. That's the whole point of Noah's Ark, right? You need 2 of each animal. I've got elephants, I've got lions, yeah, they're like all stacked on top of my head right now. That's what's going on. You just can't see it. You can't see the top of my head. They're kind of just floating up there. May I politely point something out? Yes, go ahead. I actually prefer if you guys do point things out. if there's anything bothering you, yes. I've got a little free time before it starts, so now you're stuck here. Oh, at 9 a.m. Oh, I see. Imagine having to carry 2 elephants with you all the time, everywhere you go. Oh, and then the reason The reason for the two animals is because you want like a male and a female and you want them to breed so they can repopulate the earth. So I'm just gonna have like animals having sex on top of my head. And I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I shouldn't be Noah's Ark. Maybe every time someone calls me Noah's Ark, I'd be like, no, I don't want that. I don't want this to happen to me. Oblivion, hello, welcome in. Hold up all of creation on her head. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Every time I think of Ark, though, I don't think of Noah's Ark. Even though it does make sense that way. Ark. For me, I was planning on spelling Ark as an A-R-C. The game Ark Survival. Yes, I got hands. I thought about changing my name to ARC, but I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna help much. In fact, it's probably better that I just keep it the way it is. Else people are gonna find it really difficult to find me. Just one pair of animals would be terrible at repopulating the race, and the biodiversity would be horrendous. Yep, it would be, but that's just how Noah's Ark is. We can't change the lore of Noah's Ark. What do you want? Me to bring like 10 animals instead? 10 elephants? That's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be an elephant orgy instead of like a regular, normal, vanilla event. The only person that still uses X's between their names, yeah, X. See, X is not like the. I didn't mean for X to be like, you know, XX. Dark Flame Master XX. The X in my name is short for EX. It's short for like X, but I didn't want to use the big EX because it was too long. I think the X kind of stays better. It kind of sticks well with I don't know, it's more memorable than the big ol' EX. Every time I click into stream, I have to think of a word that contains the word Ark so I can call you it. Joan of Arc. Have you seen vanilla elephants thinking? No, vanillas. Elephants having vanilla segs. Not vanilla elephants, Roel. Hello, by the way. We're talking about, yeah, no orgies. No orgies. I live the COD gamer tag from 2007 era. I still like it. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I still like the whole bunch of X's. I think X's and zeros and O's and whatever are really pretty letters and numbers. I don't see why that became cringe. Why was that cringe? It makes your name look pretty. Right? 200 individuals. Well, my ark is small. My ship is small. I can't fit 200 of each animal. This is too much. It's already 2 of each is already too much. We're gonna have like inbred animals, and that's just how it is. That's like, you know, the old medieval kings and queens, the old medieval royalty where everyone's just inbred and they have all these funky features on their faces and their brains aren't really working as, you know, as like a normal human being because they're just taking the worst dominant traits or the worst traits of their entire family. You need 24 males, 18 females. No, you know what? I'm good. I'll stick with the 2. Arky, you're being infected by what? Brain rot? That's the usual. That's my everyday. Cooties? That's what's happening on this stream, but it's not me getting infected. It's me infecting you guys with VTuber cooties. Edgy. Yeah. People would change their names to sound cool is what I remember. I mean, we still want that. Everybody still changes a name to sound cool. It's just a different kind of cool these days. And then 10 years later, we're going to look back to it and they're like, why did this person name themselves Danish Freak? Ew, cringe. But that we haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't know if we will. The double entendre? What does that mean? Give me, what does I forget that you're Canadian, Roel. What is attendre? What is the French for that? What is the meaning? Not enough. What's not enough? The risk of dying to the same disease because not enough different immune system still. We're getting real technical here. Alright, this is supposed to be for fun. I'm just putting animals on my head for fun. now we're going to the deep dive. Now we're like, what if we actually breed them and they have sex and they have like babies with terrible immune systems? Hi, Ube. Please bestow thy wisdom upon this humble tuber on his way to work. What is some good wisdom, guys? You live only once, Ube. So you better make your day worth it. What's another one? I should have just abbreviated that. YOLO. YOLO, Ube. YOLO. I've actually, I've quoted. No, not that I quoted, but I highlighted a few from books that I've read, and I just can't bring them up anymore. I don't know where it is. Do I have my Kindle here? No, I don't. Damn. I can't even bring it up if I wanted to. I don't have any of that. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit, and wisdom is not putting it in a fruit. Timing you out for that, I'm kidding. No, I love tomatoes. Tomatoes have some of the best source of antioxidants for consumption. I'm actually searching up quotes now. Google, give me motivational quotes and just pretend that I've said these. Just pretend that I was the one who came up with these. Here we go. Here's the first one. This is from not Nelson Mandela. This is quoted by me. It always seems impossible until it's done. So that's why you should take the first step. The hardest part is taking the first step, and the rest of it is smooth sailing. There we go. Do you feel the wisdom now? Do you feel elevated and enlightened? Do you feel a little bit smarter, if not a little bit, like maybe a lot smarter? That was a lot of wisdom that I bestowed upon you. Be grateful. I think entendre is like an extension. Extension. So it's like double entendre when a phrase has two open interpretations. A double entendre. Wait, entendre. How do I just speak it as in English? The double meaning, the double interpretation, the read between the lines kind of thing. Have you guys noticed that these days a lot of people can't read between lines? And it's like, I wasn't being literal, I was being sarcastic. Or this is, what is it? It's satire. Satire and sarcasm, and people are like, oh, I thought you meant like literally. Like, no, obviously not. Feces? Poop? The feces and poop, true. Very, very true. We're going back to Noah's Ark. Shit! No! Most people nowadays just can't read at all, and they can't spell either. I think we should bring the books back. I think everybody should read a little bit more. I think we should all get to a point where, maybe, because I know back in the day, the end goal for a lot of people, their legacy that they want to leave behind is a book. Like everybody back in the day wants to just end their life knowing that they have written a book and that book has succeeded. Back in my day. But it's not like that anymore. I feel like the value of books have gone down, it's declined, and nobody really cares about reading anymore. But if you were to pick a book right now, there's so much knowledge in there. There's so much value in books. There's so much information in there. But people are like, I just want the quick stuff on the internet. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, I keep saying with a French accent. So I'm not supposed to be using a French accent with that. It's just entendre. I don't even know how to pronounce that word properly in English. I have to pronounce it in French. Sucks. This sucks. Why am I Canadian? Now everyone can write shit and release a book. Yeah, you can, but everybody wants to be proud of their work, right? That's the whole reason for writing a book. That's the whole reason for creating craft. That's the whole reason for making things, is that people want to be proud of what they've accomplished and not just half-ass something and be like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm done with it, because it ends up being your legacy. You don't want people to remember you by this like shitty ass book that you wrote, because that book is going to be passed down from generations to generations, and they're like, oh yeah, remember God Hands, remember this shitty ass book you wrote about, I don't know, music production. Oh my god, it's like you didn't even try. You don't want that. You actually want something that's more that gives a lot more value to the reader. Goth, yeah, that's me. Hi Archmage, welcome in. It's been a while. How are you doing? I would read more if God patched my dyslexia. I think it's all about I have a problem with understanding certain things. I'm not saying concepts, right? Not concepts right now, but it's more like I see this in my music or in my singing. I see this in my art, and I think the best way to do it is not necessarily rehab, but it's what rehab does for you. But I'm not going to use the term rehab, because I think everybody can do this in their own homes without going to a rehab center. So for me, I have problems with reading numbers. You guys already know this. I also have another problem in singing where I'm not very pitch accurate, and I can recognize that. And the reason that happens is because those neural connections in my brain is not connecting. It's not realizing that I'm singing off pitch. It's not realizing that whatever words I'm saying are wrong. The numbers that I'm saying are wrong. And it's also the same way as why people stutter when they speak, or when I don't know, they can't see certain things, like thinking of a apple. Like sometimes I could be like, oh hey, can you imagine an apple in your head? And a lot of people would be like, no, I can't. But all of that takes a lot of rebuilding of the connections in your brain to actually recognize the fact that like your brain goes, oh yes, I did this incorrectly, or I did not recognize this specific thing, so I'm gonna keep practicing until I can. And I've seen that, you see that in rehab all the time. I'm following a speech therapist. Not that I have a speech problem, but he talks about this a lot, where like back then when he had a stroke, all of those neural connections were lost and he couldn't speak anymore. And so he had to rebuild up all of those connections, because the moment he recovered from the stroke, he was stuttering and he couldn't speak properly. So it's essentially the same thing with me recognizing pitch, right, in music, and going, okay, I know that the note that I sang right now is wrong and it's off. But I have to keep practicing and singing the intervals of the notes in between to get those pitches right. So I always treat things like that. I'm like, if there is something that I can see it's to do with my brain, then I'm like, I can 100% fix it. And that goes with dyslexia as well. That's what I think. So like for me, I'm like, I can't read numbers because I've never actually tried. Or my brain just never developed in that direction where it wanted to read numbers, because I kept avoiding them. So now I just have to make it so that I have to read more numbers so that my brain gets used to it and be like, okay, now you can finally read 25,000 as 25,000 and not 1,500. I got books I like and learn from. It's a lot of effort to read, so not preferred hobby. Yeah, before, I would say like 2 years ago, hi Broski Husky, welcome in. But 2 years ago, I didn't read a lot. I could just read, but I mostly just skimmed. So every time I picked up a book, I didn't read it. I skimmed through all the passages, and in my head I just thought that I was reading it. But if I were to go back and go, what did you learn from this chapter? I wouldn't be able to tell you what I just learned. So what I've been doing now is I'm resetting my learning phase and going, instead of just skimming through books, I'm actually going to read it out loud, read every single word out loud to actually make those connections and like put those concepts into my brain and be like, yeah, this is exactly what I read. This is now I'm fully actually understanding the book, and I'm also understanding how to speak certain words as well. I think I have a burnout. Are you okay with anytime you have burnout, just take a step back and be like, okay, let me just rest. I had a seizure when I was 2 years old. It pretty much messed up my speech. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's really just like your brain not wanting to like work in a certain direction, so it's all about like training it. And I'm not saying that everybody, like, of course, there's certain factors and certain things that will prevent you from doing it, but I do think for the majority of people that they're still able to rewire their brain somehow. Lecture starting. Goodbye, clock. Enjoy your lecture. Pass whatever thing that you need to pass. You got it. You got it. So, like, that's essentially what rehab centers are about as well. Like, I was thinking about my grandfather. Because my grandfather, as well, when he had a stroke, he lost his ability to walk. But everybody forced him to walk. We actually forced him to take a vacation to China. We're like, yeah, you just had a stroke, but you're going to China. And the thing with China is that, at least the place that we lived in, there wasn't a lot of, how do I say it? It is car heavy, but at the same time, there's so much public transportation. So we made him walk. We actually made him walk without... We tried to make him walk without using his walker and with a cane, and we were all just supporting him. And then by the end of that trip, he was walking normally. That took around like 2 weeks. So that was his rehab. That was his rehab time. And it's really just fixing whatever was lost in the brain. For leaving? What leaving? Who's oh, it's clock leaving, yeah. What? Sorry for what? Who? I have lost. You guys are going out of context. What's going on? Yeah, forced physical therapy. That was what it was. Because my grandpa was so depressed. He was like, I can't do anything. We're like, yeah, but you're not even trying. So we're like, we're going to make you try. You're going on a vacation. We kind of tricked him into thinking that he's actually having a good time on his vacation. But no, we're like, we're going to go mall walking. We're going to go find out what this mall is all about. We're going to find out what the store is all about. So we're going to go and explore the store. And there isn't anyone who's going to be really helping you. We're not giving you a wheelchair, by the way. We're going to make you walk there. We're going to make you walk there. And so I kind of just, yeah. He was able to walk after that, and then he digressed again because he came back home and he was like, yeah, I don't want to walk anymore, because I guess he found out that we kind of tricked him into walking, and then he just kind of sat in front of a TV the entire time, and now he's back on like a wheelchair again. It sounds kind of horrible out of context. It really did help him though. I think I don't know if he did enjoy the vacation. I feel like he has, because it has been a while for him. He hasn't gone back to China in like forever, and so I mean, it's an experience. It's an experience for him. It was probably better that he could walk. But it's okay. Old people are stubborn. Sometimes you can't really teach them. You know what's even more horrible is when you're sitting in front of a TV all day and you don't do anything. Because then your brain rots. You become a vegetable. That's what's like happening to my dad right now. My mom's trying to get him to go out. She's like, your memory is failing you right now. My dad's not even that old in dragon years, but she's like, yeah, your memory is failing you right now. You can't even drive properly. You can't do anything. You're just sitting in front of a screen all day. And so you're not working your brain. All of your muscles are atrophying. Your brain is atrophying. How about sitting in front of a computer screen all day? That's also terrible for you. I noticed that I've been sitting in front of a screen most of the day, and what's going on is that I'm getting rounded shoulders, my back's hurting. I mean, that's just physically. These are just the physical cons, the unbenefits, the disadvantages of sitting in front of a computer. So I get physical pains. And then the next thing too is that I mean, I'm gonna add eyes to that as well because my eyes are not really moving. I'm getting strained. Yeah, rounded shoulders, exactly, rounded shoulders. So I'm trying to work my back muscles a little bit more. I'm doing more push-ups. I'm doing more, like lifting weights and stuff. The unbenefits, yes. Felix, hello, welcome in. And mentally, I don't think it's good for you as well to be in front of like what the internet feeds you all the time, because the internet is catered towards you. It is what the internet thinks you enjoy, and it will just shove those things in your face. So it's just a giant echo chamber in a way. No matter where you go, no matter what platform you visit often, the entire internet is very much filtered, and it's very catered towards you. So it's good to touch grass and see what what other things are out there in the world, and be like, okay, actually the world is not as terrible as I thought, or actually the world isn't, not everybody is talking about these certain topics, and not everybody knows about these things. Do some push-ups right now? No, I have a scheduled time to do push-ups. I do yoga, and then I do my push-ups. And then I do some weightlifting. I can't do it now, because if I were to do it now, I can't do it later. Why touch grass when you can plant them? Or, I mean, I guess you can plant them too. You don't really plant grass unless there's like a patch of grass that is dead. I tried touching grass once. It filed a restraining order against me. What did he do? What kind of touching did he do? Was it sexual harassment on the grass? That's not the type of touching I'm encouraging. Don't sexually harass the grass. Just touch it normally. You can step on it if you want to. That's what grass is for, guys. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. Plant some flowers. Don't make love to the grass. That's weird. You guys are strange. I don't have grass around my house and only flowers and food. You know what? That's fine too. Touch the flowers. Just go look at the flowers. Go and take a break from the stream and just go on a walk or something. Go on a walk, see the trees. Go talk to your neighbors. Go talk to people at the grocery store. Actually, just like go up to a random worker and like ask them something, and just for practice, and be like, yeah, I just need social interaction. I actually don't have a question. When you're paying for food, when you're paying for your groceries at the cashier, just start a conversation with them. Just have a small talk. You don't even have to say anything important. Just be like, yeah, fine weather today, huh? And then they'll be super confused. That's what you know what? I noticed something about where I live is that everyone's so uptight, and everyone's like, they're not very open. And so people get really, you jump scare them every time you go up to them and you start talking. I remember I was in the elevator, I was trying to make small talk, and this person looked so scared. Or there was one time, where I think someone tried to make small talk with me. Are you an extrovert? I'm a huge introvert. I just talk just for the sake of talking because I'm an introvert. And I'm like, I need to practice speaking. Yeah, surprise forced social interaction. There was another time when I was in an elevator and someone came up to me and they tried to make small talk because I had a whole bunch of boxes for delivery, right? That just came in. So they were like, oh, that's a lot of boxes. And then, yeah, so then I kept yapping at them and they had nothing to say after that. And I'm like, are you really trying to talk to me, or are you just saying stuff? Are you really just saying things? Ark traumatized the person while doing small talk. Yes. That happens really often. It happens a lot. I felt bad though, because there was one time, I'm not gonna say it's my fault, maybe it's a little bit my fault. But I was sitting at a bus stop, I was waiting for the bus, and I didn't start this conversation, by the way, but some kid just came up to me and he started talking to me, and we just having a regular normal conversation, just regular small talk. And then his mother comes, she starts berating him, and then she goes, why are you bothering this person? And then she starts apologizing to me, and I'm like, there was nothing wrong with with what this kid was doing. I just felt so. This is how you shut kids up. So like kids will, when they grow up, they just never they just stop talking to people because they realize they think it's a bad thing because they have trauma. She starts apologizing and she was like actually yelling at this poor kid. I probably traumatized the kid just by talking to him. I'm like, he was so normal. It was so normal. He wasn't even talking about like random weird ass topics that kids talk about. What we're carrying, just delivery, just like Amazon deliveries from like my cat food or whatever it is. I have a subscription, so what happens is that every month or so I just get like a whole bunch of boxes for cat food, wet food, like dry food, wet food, litter, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it will become a core memory. I think people a lot of parents don't realize that is some of the things that happen in people's childhood will affect them for their entire lives. Like I still remember bits and pieces in my childhood where I was yelled at a lot, or I was yelled at for things I didn't do, and those things have really traumatized me. The thing is, I don't remember what I did. I don't remember why I got yelled at. I just remember the incident of the fact that I got yelled at. And yeah, it stays. Hi Mel. Hi Nana, welcome in. I hate delivering cat litter. Are you the one delivering it? I always get, these days, because I don't live in a condo anymore, I just get the driver delivering it. They're so heavy though. I buy the ones in buckets now. They're not even in bags anymore, and the buckets have a little handle, so it's a lot easier for the delivery people to just bring it to my door. They just carry it easily. When they're in boxes, those are the most difficult to carry because there's no handle on the boxes, so it's kind of just like teetering inside of it. It's probably in a big bag. There's a lot of things that I feel bad for delivery drivers to do. You know what's like, I have like this I don't know. I feel empathetic, but I also hate when this happens, is every time I order groceries, okay? Because you guys know that I don't have a car. But every time I order groceries and I pick out a whole bunch of stuff on Uber Eats or something, I'm like, these are the things that I need. The delivery person always comes back with like half the shit, and not like half the shit gone, because they're like, oh, these things are out of stock. But I check the website and they tell me if the things are in stock or not, and it still says that there's still a lot in stock. So I'm scratching my head going, you just got lazy, didn't you? You just got lazy and you didn't want to pick up half the shit. And then so like the last time that happened, it was for my roommate, and so my roommate ordered again, and the next delivery driver actually came with all the shit that we wanted to order for groceries. And it's like, yeah, this person just got really lazy. They just didn't want to get anything, but then you're still paying for the same delivery fee, and the tips is still on the percentage of, like, you know, the actual groceries that you ordered. I Uber Save On to my dorm sometimes. They deadass miss half the order every time, and I know they have it in stock. Yeah, the website tells you. It tells you how much of the things are in stock. Do you tip every time? I do, because they actually made the effort to like drive back and forth, and they actually made the effort to like grab the stuff off the shelves. It's a whole ass trip. Water softeners are the worst. The bags always break and they spill over my UPS truck. Water softeners? Oh no. They need better packaging. They really do. Water softeners. I didn't know people could buy that. See, I was planning on getting a hard water filter, or more like a soft water filter, but then does that mean that I need a subscription to something? I don't know, because I don't like them. I'd rather just pay for something and just have it there. Jay, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. She actually put makeup on the goth look. No, I always look like this. I only changed outfits. What? Are we having another discussion about my makeup again? And my face doesn't change. It's the same. It's the same every single day. Did he have a viral Canadian tweet? Yeah, I have. I got a lot of Canadians following me from that one post, expecting me to post more Canadian stuff, but that was it. That was it. I normally don't talk about being Canadian. You got some cool supermarket to buy your food from. I have a lot around me, actually. A lot of different ones. So when something runs out in one grocery store, I go to a different one. We also have... Canada is very multicultural as well, so we have grocery stores for every culture that you can find. And I wouldn't say that they're close to me, but they're still somewhat a distance that I can reach. You're Canadian? We're all Canadian. That's what I found out, is the moment you tweet about being Canadian, suddenly you just get jumped by all the other Canadians. It's like everybody is secretly a Canadian or something. We just don't talk about the fact that we are Canadian. I think maybe because most social media just feels like if you're on any platform, Reddit, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, anywhere, people just automatically assume that you're from the States because maybe it's because people from the States are pretty loud about certain things or anything at all that they're interested in. But the Canadians they're often very quiet. Okay, I feel like most Canadians are often quiet. We don't have very strong opinions about things. So when someone mentions that they're Canadian, everyone goes, wait, hold on, I'm also Canadian. And so everyone just like points and they go, wait, one of us. But in fact, like everybody's Canadian. Zutotaki, hello. You're not from any of those. I think most of my active chat actually are not Canadians or from the States or from the US. I think most people in active chat are from the other side of the world or in EU. You were hitting on Timmy's. I was. I hate Timmy's. Sorry, I hate it. Okay, let me tell you a fun story. But about my last experience on Timmy's was the raw pinwheel. Okay. I had raw dough in my pinwheel, and I told them I'm never getting any of the baked goods ever again. Like, why are your baked goods raw to begin with? Why is it raw inside? You hate Tim's? I hate Tim's. I hate Tim's. They always get my order wrong. So the first time, like the second last time, I wanted to order one of their cold brew because I love cold brew. I love my coffee, my dark coffee, but then I sometimes like it with cream, but I never buy sugar and cream for my coffee. So every time I do want like sugared coffee, I go to Tim's for it. And it has been a while, right? They usually get my order correct, like back in the day, but it's probably been like 2 years since I've been to Timmy's. So the last time I went, I ordered one of their cold brews. They did take forever with it. And then once it came, it didn't look like a cold brew. It didn't look like a cold brew at all. It looks like just a regular iced coffee with cream. So what happened, like you can tell because with their cold brews, it's the actual dark cold brew at the bottom and then they have a layer of cream at the top. What happened was that when I got it, the entire cup was all mixed up. Like the coffee and the cream was like mixed together, so it just looked like a regular iced coffee. I took a sip and it was regular iced coffee. I am a coffee connoisseur. I know when my cold brew is cold brew. I know when my dark coffee is dark coffee because I drink like 3 cups of coffee every day. And I make my own cold brew as well. And for that instance, I was like, yeah, this is for sure 100% just regular coffee and you just want to get rid of your old coffees and you're pretending that this is cold brew. So I told them, I'm like, this isn't your cold brew. It doesn't even look like your cold brew, right? So I asked them if they could remake it, and they said, yeah, sure. So what I saw was that the person just took my cup, went to the back, turned around, and gave it back to me. And it was the exact same cup. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. It's like terrible coffee, first of all, and it's like terrible service. So I'm like, I'm never going back. I'm never coming back here. It sucks. And when I was a student, like 10 years ago, right? Like a decade ago, I love their chilies. I love the chilies so much, and they got rid of it. So I'm like, I don't see a point going back to Timmy's anymore. And then I hear from like everybody on Twitter that like they got rid of their beans. I'm like, yeah, no, oh shit. So like that's why their coffee tastes like ass. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I do like McDonald's coffee better than the current Tim's. Yeah, me too. But I'm like, it's whatever. It's expensive everywhere. I'll just brew my own. Don't be talking about Dunkin', please. No, I've actually never had Dunkin'. In North America. Dunkin' is really big. Was really big in Asia when I used to live there. When they first arrived, it was really good, and then somehow along the way, people told me that the Dunkin' coffee tastes bad. At the time, though, I wasn't an avid coffee drinker, so I had no opinion on it. I don't know anything about Dunkin' Donuts. It was just my student hangout place, and I did buy maybe like a donut or two, but that was it. Should have accidentally slipped and smashed the cup over the heads, making... No. I would never do that. I would never... Even though, like, if I have terrible service, I refuse to act like a barbarian in a store. I'm also the type of person that every time I'm at a restaurant and they get my order wrong, I would just keep quiet about it. Because in my head, I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, maybe they just had a bad day or whatever. In those, I usually just don't come back. I'd rather just not make a fuss. I don't want to bother the people around me as well. What's your favorite NHL team? I don't watch hockey. Isn't an answer. I'm a fake Canadian. I'm sorry. I hate sports. I hate sports. Like, no matter what it is. I don't care if it's hockey. I don't care if it's soccer. I don't care football. Whatever it is, I will not watch a single sports event. Not even the Winter Olympics. Not even that. I will not even... Like, I forced myself to watch a little bit of ice skating, figure skating, but I was like, you know what? I still can't enjoy this. It's boring to me. It's boring. I think I would have to really understand the skills it takes for me to be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm looking at. Because most of the time I have no idea what I'm looking at. And the commentators, they kind of help, but I'm like, I still have to like really, really look. And I'd rather just not analyze every move that people are doing. Do you hate hockey players too? No, they're cool. Hockey players are cool. I just don't like watching sports. That's it. I had hair in the food. I went to the last restaurant I went to, not going back. Yeah, it's always like when you have a terrible experience somewhere, sometimes you give them a second chance. And when the second chance fails you as well, you're like, okay, I'm definitely not going back. Do you watch anime? Yes, kind of, yes. I want to say I'm saying kind of. Just because I used to watch a lot more anime back then when I was a student and when I actually had some free time. But nowadays, I'm very picky and choosy. I watch one anime every 2 seasons. I'm trying to watch Witch Hat Atelier this season, and that's it. I didn't even finish watching Freewind Season 2 because I didn't have time for it. It's just a time thing. I think when you're older and priorities take over, you're kind of bottlenecked by time. And then you go, I can't even play any games anymore. I haven't played games for a long time. Outside of streaming, of course, but I don't even play games outside of it. Did you watch Freewind? Yeah, I saw season 1. It was so good. I would say it's probably one of my favorite animes in the past maybe 5 years. I would put it on the top. It's on par with Dungeon Meshi. So I can't choose between which one's my favorite, Dungeon Meshi or Freewind. It's so peak. It is not for everybody though. Because I think some people watch anime specifically for action and for the drama and for, you know, things happening. Freewind is one of those things where you just sit down and you just kind of enjoy it for what it is. I haven't seen Dungeon Meshi. It started off a little bit similar to Freewind and then it got really dark. It gets really dark. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I was like, wow, this is amazing. You don't really, maybe because it's not common, you don't really see that out there with anime having this sort of formula with the story direction, but it's more realistic in that sense where You know, it can't just be all happy-go-lucky all the time. Frieren is so good. I love her attitude. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's not. I don't think it's really Frieren herself that carries the show. I think it's the characters around her. That's what makes the show so powerful. It's because each character has flaws. Each character has their own strengths, and you're not just rooting for Frieren herself. You're rooting for all the characters around her. It's one of the best series. It's one of the series that takes the side characters seriously. One of the only series that takes their side characters seriously. Too many times I see shows, not just anime, just like shows in general, where it's like, oh yeah, this NPC here or this side character here is just to be used as a foil for the main character, and once they're done with their task, whatever it is, their story push, we're just gonna kill them. I hate it when that happens. JJK. Didn't know you dual stream. I did, yeah. I'm on both YouTube and Twitch. Everyone wants Frieren and shit, just don't give a fuck. Everyone watches Frieren, wants Frieren. Like the show, or they just want her. I hate how the show name is also called Frieren, because you're like, whenever we talk about Frieren, it's like, are you talking about the character or are you talking about the show? I tried Frieren, but it felt like it tried to do both up to a point where I stopped watching. Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's for everyone. I think you kind of have to have a certain expectation when you watch Frieren. The problem with fandoms, not just Frieren fandoms, but like all fandoms out there, is that of course, when the show is good, they overhype a show. And that always makes me stop watching something. Like, sometimes I need the fandom to die down before I actually sit down and go, okay, let me just find something to watch without having those expectations set. And I think Frieren is one of them, where people overhype it for what it is, and then when people sit down, they're like, my expectations were not there. I hope this stream is comfy. Yeah, hi Weary, it is. Godzilla had a stroke reading that and died? Is that what happened with Godzilla? Is still why I haven't watched Gurren Lagann. Me too. More like I couldn't finish it. Yeah, my expectations were very different when I first started Gurren Lagann, because everyone was overhyping it. Attack on Titan as well. Everyone overhyped it, and it was hyped. It was overhyped, but at the same time, it was hyped. But because of my perception of the fandom, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this show. Like, the fandom always just makes it worse. I don't know why that's the case. The fandom always makes it worse. So I actually finished Attack on Titan after the entire hype died down. After nobody talked about it anymore. I was like, let me just sit down and finish the rest of the series, and I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it for what it was. It's just the expectation set, because you're always thinking about what people are talking about. And same with, I think JoJo is also another one. It's like, I can't watch JoJo sometimes because of the memes and of the fandom. It does, there's a level of cringe to it. I never finished it low-key. Which one? Gurren Lagann? There's a lot of shows that I ended up dropping as well, that I know that are good shows. I just didn't have the capacity to finish it. AOT, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, I think I actually preferred the ending, the last arcs, a lot more than the beginning ones. The beginning ones were more shonen. I think there was a lot more action to it. I think the ending had a lot more controversial, darker topics, which is what I enjoy from my shows. It felt more seinen. It felt more like you actually left an episode. You would finish watching episode and it would make you think. And that's why I really liked it. That's why I really enjoyed it. Because it didn't feel like your typical superhero type shonen where it's black and white. It's very gray. It's very, very gray. Just don't engage with the fandom. It's hard to when I'm sitting in front of a screen all the time. No, everybody would never stop talking about it. You would try to block words, but then it would still come up. Same with Pokemon. I try to play Pokemon and I'm like, I just want to get into the game while being surprised about the evolutions, but people are always like, yeah, by the way, this is what Charizard evolves into. Not Charizard, of course, but like, you know, like the new starter. This is what Litten evolves to. This is Litten's 3rd evolution. I'm like, I just want to find out myself. That's the whole point of me wanting to play a Pokemon game. It's the element of surprise. I want to level up a Pokemon not knowing what to expect. We don't fuck with Litten. I love all the... I don't care. I love Litten. Me the entire time watching AOT Season 1. It's a wooden door basement. Just kick it already. Is it... I mean, you have to think about like the fact that Aaron was a kid at the time. I think there's a lot of moments where sometimes we have to like put ourselves into the character's shoes and think about like their ages and be like, what would I do as a kid as well? Like, yes, you're stupid. Or one of the biggest victims of that, one of the shows that's the biggest victim to that is Evangelion, right? With Shinji. Everyone's always like, yeah, Shinji, get in the mega. You have to think about that. He's like freaking 14 years old. He's 14 years old and his entire world is like falling apart. And it's like, yeah, he is stupid, but it's because he's 14. And I love it when like shows give flaws to the characters because it does make them more real. I don't want a main character that does everything right. I think that's boring. That's why ReZero is also a really good show to me, because I like the fact that Subaru has so many flaws. They can't just let go of Evangelion. No. Can't. May I suggest playing a fan game, something like Pokemon Infinite Fusion or Pokemon Evolution? I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't want to get sniped. I don't want to get sniped from Nintendo just in case. I would play them like off stream, but like not on stream. I know like the chances of them finding out that I am playing a fan game is probably close to like 0. But at the same time, I just don't want to risk it. ReZero was really good. I haven't watched that in a while. I watched the first season. I quite enjoyed it, but it was so stressful for me. As in, I like to watch things nowadays because I'm so stressed with my life. I want to sit down and watch a comfy show. I want to watch something comfy. ReZero was anything but comfy. ReZero was like terrible thing after terrible thing after terrible thing after more terrible things. And I was just like, wow, this is not doing very, very well for my mental. Which is why at the end of season 1, that was devastating. End of season 1 was devastating. And I was like, I have to just take a break from this. I tried watching season 2, but then it kind of had the same vibes. And I was like, all right, how about I just take a break until I'm in the right mood, in the right mindset, when I actually am feeling good. And I want something exciting happening in my life. Because right now my life is already plenty exciting. There's already a lot going on. Anime is my escapism. You're not ready for Berserk? I can't watch it. I will not. I think for Berserk as well. I will only watch it when I'm in the right mindset. It is way too much. Did I say hello to you, Thought? Hello! Happy hump day. Berserk is good if you ignore it. I know, everybody says that. Everybody tells me to watch Berserk. Everybody's like, Berserk's good. I realize it is good. I realize that there's a lot of dark themes to it. It's also something that I would also enjoy. I would probably enjoy as much as I would enjoy the ending of AOT, where everything is dark and gritty. But it does take a level of, you know, being in a good mental space in order to enjoy it. We love humps around here. We love hump. I'll stop myself. Just watch Arcane. That feels good. That's a good one. That's a feels good one right there. I don't know about Arcane. I don't know if that one's a feels good. That's more of a feels bad. Arcane is also another one of those where it's like you have to watch Arcane with a tissue box right next to you. You're gonna be crying a bunch. And then by the end of it, you're like, what is life anymore? What do I even do now? I feel like I just experienced everything terrible in life. I always recommend Record of the Lotus War. You guys need to give me some comfy recommendations. Hunter x Hunter is not one of them. I dropped Hunter x Hunter so fast. It was, what's his name? Hidoka. Was that his name? He pissed me off so bad. I got to the tower arc, and the only thing he could talk about was freaking, like, you know, the thing that he does with the lips, where he, like, you know, licks around his lips and he goes, oh, I need Gon to gain more power. Yum, yum, yum. And I go, ew. And then I dropped it. Arcane is cool. Hunter x Hunter is cool. Yeah, everybody always tells me Hunter x Hunter's good. That one character, I just cannot stand him. I cannot stand. It was like the entire arc was just about him wanting to fight God, and I was like, I can't do it with this guy. I don't care. I can't do it anymore. Hisoka, that was his name. Yeah, Hisoka. Hisoka and God. He's like, the moment he enters the screen, I'm like, all right, let me just go on a break. Let me just like leave the screen for a second. Let me just leave it. Emmy, hello, welcome in. Animes are cool. Power systems with good power systems are cool. They are, yeah. I haven't been watching many animes with power systems anymore because they always follow the same formula. Like ever since you watch, say for example, like Naruto, Bleach, like the big three. Especially Bleach. Bleach was one of the worst of like all of those combined, where it's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about when I tell you that there's a shonen formula, right? So you start off with like a character who's not that great at something, and then he meets a problem and he's like, I can't beat this guy, let me just power up. He goes through a training arc, powers up, he beats the guy, and then it's just the same structure over and over again. He meets another bad guy. The bad guy is really powerful. He can't beat him, and then it's training arc again. So it's just training arc, big boss fight, training arc, big boss fight, training arc, big boss fight, and everyone's always like, oh yeah, it's we recognize it. It's like, oh yeah, this is a training arc again. It's boring. Let me just skip past this and then just go to the boss fight. If you think those are generic, try reading the average cultivation novel. I refuse to. I don't want to. I'm good. I'm good. That's why I kind of went into the, what is it? The power, what are they called again? The power fantasies? Because at least those ones are slightly different. They follow a slightly different formula. It's like if I wanted action slop, I'll just go to power fantasy. I don't want generic shonen slop anymore. I'm good. Hunter x Hunter is still good though. The start is rough. Yeah, I just couldn't get past that. I recognize the fact that Hunter x Hunter is good, and that's why everybody talks about it. But I just haven't given it a chance, and I know I haven't given it a chance. I know I should just keep going, but just a part of me was like, I think I have to get to Kurapika's arc, because everyone always talks about Kurapika, and I'm like, I don't understand because I didn't get there yet. Bleach is just, let me tell you all about my abilities and techniques. Yeah, sure, buddy. It really was like that. Even One Piece, Danish. Even One Piece, your favorite shonen, it is kind of like that. I think the only difference between, I guess, One Piece and Bleach is that at least One Piece actually has like good arc plots, where actually it feels like there's more substance. I'm not saying that Bleach doesn't have substance. It's just that it's still kind of generic. I love Bleach. I read the 1,000 Year. I didn't watch it. I read the 1,000 Year War because I love the action. But I'm gonna be real when I say that even as a fan, I do recognize the fact that the only thing going on for Bleach is the action fights. There's so much aura farming in Bleach, and I'm like, I love the aura farming. Don't out me on this. I already did. Sorry, too late. Kurapika is drowning in indescribable emptiness. I know he has a very like dark arc. She raves about Hunter x Hunter, but when I ask her what it's about, she has a hard time answering. Yeah, I think so Hunter x Hunter starts off with Gon trying to find his father, right? Does he ever actually get there? Because I think maybe down the line they kind of just forgot about the main plot. They kind of just went through all these like curves and stuff. They meandered through everything. You want to know? For real? Yeah, I do. Spoilers. Give me the spoilers. I don't plan on watching Hunter x Hunter. If you want me to watch Hunter x Hunter, don't spoil it. If you don't want me to watch Hunter x Hunter, spoil it. Ichigo's the ultimate Nepo baby. It's something you find out afterwards and you're like, ugh, rolls my eyes. Oh yeah, so my father was also a Shinigami. Oh yeah, my mother was a Quincy. Oh, that's why I'm so powerful. If you want pure action slap, then recommend Record of Ragnarok. Is 90% just people going God trying to kill each other. That's interesting. Record of Ragnarok. Okay, I'll give it a try. Action slap, I think, is my comfy stories. Because there's not enough drama, it doesn't make me cry. I don't need a tissue box next to me. And I'm like, I'll just enjoy it for the moment. And then after that, I won't think about it ever again. It doesn't leave a message for me. I'm just like, yeah, or farming, cool. Bunga bunga, cool. Tower of God is my goat, but the adaptation was so bad. I heard it was, I kind of read it up to a certain point, and then I dropped it. I actually didn't really like Tower of God too much, to be honest. I don't remember why that was the case, and maybe it's because of that. Maybe it was just a little bit boring to me because it ended up, they were just playing the tower, no? He's trying to find a girl. The main character's trying to find, like, the girl in his past or something. Don't know how far you read though. Probably not that far. The only reason Bleach is still being watched is because Yoruichi Planel is on the way. Mine is Grimjo. I'm sorry, my favorite character in Bleach, Grimjo. I don't care. I don't care about anything else. I think Grimjo's fights were super freaking cool. I think his reason for fighting was really freaking cool. His powers, the fact that he turns into a freaking furry is freaking cool. The fact that, like, he's always just after more power is freaking cool. He's just aura farming left and right. That's it. That's his entire character. And I'm like, you're so simple and stupid. I love it. God and humans are cool. Buddha is mogging the other god, aura farming like crazy. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why most people watch shonens, right? They're just like, I'm just here for the aura farming. I'm just here for the fights. And that's really the only thing they watch. So when you actually try to introduce them to a different genre of anime, they're like, wow, this is boring. You make those people watch Frieren and they go, what is this shit? I got so bored in episode 1 I dropped it because nothing happened. Where are my fights? Where'd they go? Do you remember the first anime scene with Grimjo and Ichigo when they fight? I don't remember much about it. I did remember it happened. But I think it was that Grimjo and Ichigo fight got me into Grimjo and Ichigo yaoi BL. I was like, they need more. This is like enemies to lovers situation that's happening right here. I need to read my fanfics. I need Grimjo and Ichigo to like kiss and then fuck and then marry. So yeah, it was that good. that entire fight was the whole reason why Grimjo is my favorite character. The episode is animated by a different company. It's the coolest Grimjo and Ichigo fight ever looked. Wait, I didn't watch it. I never actually didn't watch a lot of the Bleach anime. I just read it. The fuck? That's just how it is. That's just how my brain works. That's just how it works. Like, I don't need any Fujo slop, okay? I don't need to be reading BL. I don't read BL. This is what I mean. I don't read yaoi. I don't read BL. My Fujo slops comes from my own brain. Every time I read shonen, I'm like, yeah, these two guys should fuck. I think this topic has been discussed throughout like multiple fandoms where people are like, yeah, there's just Fujo bait everywhere. That's the only way you can get the attention of girls. No. Like, what Fujos love is not Fujo bait. What they love isn't really the BL, like a BL series. It's actually watching shonen and then realizing that these two characters have the best dynamic ever and you just want to see them like in bed together. That's it. That's really what it is. Fujos are the backbone of fandoms. Yeah, they really are. Hi Ash, welcome in. Would you watch a sports anime? No, I feel like these days they're all Fujo bait and I refuse to watch them. So no. I mean, I watched Haikyuu. Haikyuu was the only one that didn't have Fujo bait, which is why I really liked Haikyuu. Because I really liked the dynamics between some of the male characters. Like if you were to get me to watch, what's that? Free? Right? Free, the swimming anime? No. That was shit. I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch any other sports anime. Like Kuroko no Basket, sorry. Hate that shit. I'm sorry. That's not for me. I live for Free and Kuroko no Basket. I know there's a huge backing for those just because, yeah, like the chemistry was there, but I want it to be in my imagination. I want it to live in my head. I want to make up scenarios for myself. And when I just see it blatantly on the screen, I just go, nah, I'm good. I just want to live off my imaginations. That's what it is. I'm like anti-Fujo, but Fujo at the same time. Yeah, I want to imagine the yaoi. Like, don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. I just want to imagine it. Which is why my favorite yaoi BL couple that I made up in my head was Kaito Kid and Shinichi from Detective Conan, and then I'm so mad about it. But the author came out to say that they're cousins, and I'm like, I refuse to believe it. After 20 years of Detective Conan running, you're now gonna tell me that they're cousins? No, screw you. Sorry, I'm on a rant. Hi Nico, welcome in. Like, why are they cousins? Don't randomly put incest in my BL. In my imaginary BL. They're cousins. Yeah, they're cousins. I really like them because the dynamic between Kaito Kid and Shinichi. Yeah, Conan Shinichi, the Kaito Kid and Shinichi shippers is because they're very similar to one another, but they live in different worlds. And there are only very, very rare instances when they interact, and every time they do, it's so freaking cool. It's so freaking cool. No, you put incest in my story. Yeah, they're cousins. They never mentioned it in the manga. They didn't mention it in the anime, but in an interview, someone interviewed the mangaka and they asked what's the relationship between Kudo Shinichi and Kaito Kid, and he was like, yeah, they're cousins. Like, at least put it in the canon story. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm mad. Yeah, half the shippers were like, yeah, that won't stop me. It's kind of like watching the Red movie of One Piece, right? Where randomly in the One Piece movie, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Luffy has a childhood friend. Like, that just came out of nowhere. After like all these years, now you're finally gonna tell us that Luffy has a childhood friend? No, I'm not gonna accept it. I don't care. You should have introduced that earlier. I'm the IRL version of it's been 93 days since... That's not how it goes. I don't know why that goes. That's not the 93 years. It's been 84 years. My immersion. Hi Lawfin, welcome in. I think I met more Shinichi and Gin shippers more, actually. I don't know if Shinichi or Kudo Shinichi and Kid shippers are that common. I know the most common ship in Detective Conan is Amuro and Gin, I think. Gin and Amuro. But I'm like, for them, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. They're a thing. But at the same time, I'm like, no. Kaito Kid, Kudo Shinichi, 100% for me. Yeah, the Ado songs in the Red movie were really freaking good, and they're still in my head. I think it was after the Red movie that really, really got me into Ado. Like, I was a fan of her before, but it was only after hearing her in the movie that I was like, okay, I'm like massive fan now. Thought you were talking about Char and Amuro. Who is Char? Who's Char? Hi, Mizutani. Yeah, Use wa. That was like the first song I heard of her. I almost caught her concert. It was overseas. No, I went to tuber concerts actually. She's equally as good in her live, and in her recordings. In fact, I think I prefer some of her live, her live more than the actual recorded versions. Because she's a lot more powerful when it comes to her concerts. Confirm she eats the mic. Yes, she does. Her live stuff feels more gritty. Yeah, they really are. Because maybe it's the director of the music. I don't know. But I'm just going to assume that the director wants to add more punches on the parts where she actually does scream, where she adds grit, right? But in her concert, she has more freedom. So she's just like, I'm just gonna randomly put these techniques in the song whenever I feel like it. And you're like, oh, and that's kind of like her display of power. It's like, oh yeah, she's finally showing off. She gets to show off more of her skills. She's just that good, yeah. Super awkward in the MC sections though. Wait, Mizutani, you live in the opposite side of the world, so you actually get to see like the MC sections where she's not like attempting to speak English, right? Because like those are the only times I actually get to see it. But I think she's learning. She's like slowly trying to learn. There's like a lot of silence. And it's like, what is she gonna say? There's a lot of anticipation. I watched her recordings and she's saying Sakura Beauty and kind of teared up when she got emotional. I don't remember this. Actually, maybe I haven't even watched it. She did sing Sakura Beauty in some of her lives, but like I didn't. I'm not sure if it's like the same performance that she gave, the one that you watched versus the one that I watched. She rambles a lot in JP. Oh, really? I guess it's like the complete opposite of what we see in her North American concerts. Because like she doesn't say much. But there's a lot of awkward silences because she's trying to figure out what to say and how to say it. But it's still like everybody receives it really well because every time she does speak, they're like, oh yeah, she's trying. And then like the entire crowd would just go wild. Sad when her speech wasn't translated in my show. No. You have to remember too that like Ado is really young. She's still baby. She's like early 20s. She got famous when she was like 16 or something. So I'm like, she's probably just talking out of her ass most of the time. With like, still being genuine, but like with the mind of a young person. Yeah, she's like 21 or something. She's really, really young. And so, like, for her to be so successful as, like, a singer at such a young age is a rarity. And I think all of that really just takes a bit of practice. 23, she's 23 now. 20-something, early 20s. It's really funny watching her. Because, like, most of the time, you don't really expect your favorite singers to be on the internet space, but she did grow up there. So sometimes if you catch her live, she'd be reacting to Minecraft, or she'd be playing Minecraft, or she'd just be just being like a regular person. And you're like, oh yeah, that's Ado. That's the real Ado. It's the 23-year-old Ado that we're seeing. When she's on stage, she gives a completely different vibe. It's like she's a goddess or something. It's like she's a deity that you're watching on a live performance stage. And then when you see her in real life, she's like as cringe as you and me. Her raging on Minecraft, dying, yeah. And then she watches her own concerts and then she starts cringing too, and it's hilarious. Hatsune Miku was her idol, right? I don't know. Was that her idol? Not sure. It is. Oh. I guess Miku was a lot of people's idols because I remember seeing multiple singers say that it's such an honor to sing on the stage with Miku. Who is it? Ike Eveland from Niji Sanji as well. When he finally got a concert with Miku, right? That was like, it was so freaking cool. I replied here, died in my hardcore game. Oh no! No, okay, 07. Lock in. You gotta lock in now. Maybe that's what everyone's like end goal is as a Utaite singer. Utaite singer. Is to sing on the same stage as Miku. Miku was the thing back in the day. I think a lot of producers came out as producers. They became producers because of Hatsune Miku, because they wanted to write for her. Thank you for your service. What are you playing, COD? Yeah, because you're Vocaloid. I remember living back there too. There was like so many different ones. There was like huge fan bases for each of the Vocaloids as well. Were they Luca, Rin, Len, Gakupo? Who's the blue-haired dude? You don't see them much anymore. Kaito. You really don't see them much anymore. Because back then it was just like, yeah, you not everybody was into Miku. It was like some people were into Len and Rin, some people were into Gakupo, some people were more into Kaito, some people were more into Luca. And then now it's just like, yeah, those characters, what are they called? Like the sound synthesizers? They've died off, and now everyone's just like, yeah, Miku's still alive. Everyone's just like, yeah, Miku. Hi Celeste, welcome in. And everybody can recognize her silhouette from anywhere. I kind of love that. You know who could have became that? Kizuna Ai as well. Ads coming up in 2 minutes. Oh, it's almost time for our pee break. But I think Kizuna Ai could have became that, and then they ended up, I'm not gonna say they fucked up her marketing, but they also did. YouTube gives me a lot of Teto music. I actually haven't seen a lot of Teto around until, like, actually very recently. Because Teto was made as an April Fool's joke, right? But still, I was, like, more into the other fan bases. And it was only in the past 2 years that I see Teto pop up out of nowhere. But I guess Teto already had a big fan base that I wasn't in. Miku will be looked on by future civilizations as a god in our time. Oh, is it because Teto got an upgrade in Synth V? Is that the reason why Teto started appearing everywhere? Because more producers started writing for her? Because that would make sense. Because the only way a what are they called? Vocaloids. The only way a Vocaloid can get popular is if there's more people writing for them. So if Teto got an upgrade and then we get more music for Teto, she would really she would then start popping off, right? Because to be honest, like, Teto wasn't supposed to be popular. Whoever made Teto in the very beginning was she was just supposed to be April Fool's joke. She was supposed to be a joke character. And nobody really cared about her until recently. And like, I don't know where the explosion, I don't know where it came from. But at the same time, I've been so out of the Vocaloid space that I don't know what's going on in there. And then Teto became real, yeah, and then not an April Fool's joke. And now everyone talks about Teto Pair, and I was like, what the frick is Teto Pair? I've never heard this before. I was like deep in the Vocaloid community, but I was like, what the heck is Teto? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Bales did a cover of Teto song. I have to check that out. I've been out of the loop for a lot of the Hollow JP, or not just JP, just the Hollow girls in general. I think the only person I've been kind of following is Callie. Which it's kind of shameful because my first Oshi from Hololive was Maureen. I still have a Maureen plushie. I have a Suisei plushie. But now I'm like deep into Hollow Stars again. And the girls keep releasing more and more songs. And I'm like, every single one of them is really good. Suisei's songs get shoved in my face all the time, so I'm like, I just listen to it. I remember going to Japan, it was like Suisei everywhere. Suisei in the elevator, Suisei in the lobby, Suisei in the supermarkets. Suisse posters everywhere. Suisse here, Suisse there. You go into a regular store, there's Suisse plushies there. You go into like anime, and they have a whole section dedicated to Suisse. It was like that popular. Like you can't even miss her. She's just gonna be everywhere. That's how powerful her marketing was. YouTube box me for getting the 25 XP I deserve because I mentioned the whale's name. The what? The whale's name? That's why you only go to Don Quixote, where they only sing Don Quixote songs. I imagine the people working at the stores would get sick and tired of it. Did I hear Suisse? Yeah, Suisse. I wanted to get her other plushie, the one where she that came with her album. I have all Suisse's albums too. I can't even call myself. I'm not even like that big of a Suisse fan, guys. Like I'm not like my Kami Oshi is in Holostars Anne, okay? And my first Oshi in Hololive was Maureen. But for some reason, because Suisse gets shoved in my face so often, I'm like, I do like her music. I ended up purchasing all of her albums every time they're released. I'm like, I need to get this. And I just have all of Suisse's albums. I have all of them, the physical albums. And I just collect them. I'm like, they're just here. Yeah, accidentally collecting all of Suisse's merch. Accidentally getting the Suisse plushie. I don't even know she heard that much. She's just, I mean, I love her. Don't get me wrong, I love her. It's just that's how powerful her marketing is. It's just like, here it is. Here's a cute plushie of her. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna spend my money, I guess. I guess I have no choice. I do have a choice. I have no free will. Takes out my wallet, buys a Suisse plush anyway. Listens to her music, gets forced into her music anyway. This is what we call powerful marketing. I could think of worse things to get into. Yeah, good thing like I'm not being shoved, like they don't shove those things into my faces. I'm kind of glad that it's Suisse out of all things that it is shoved in my face and not anything else, because I think Suisse deserves the world, honestly. Like her music is good. Like her streams are good. She's Tetris God, right? She's a lot of things. And I think she's a pretty good role model as well. She's also one of the things that inspired a lot of people, because she was probably the only Hololive member in both JP and EN who was able to bring their old model into the company. I don't think anybody else was able to do that. And she made her own company, yeah. I actually think that this is just like my speculation. Maybe we shouldn't be speculating, but my speculation is that Cover just didn't have the costs to handle her and all of her activities, so she decided to just, make her own. Yeah, she built that career in a cave with a box of scripts. Are ads starting now? I think we're in. I need to pee. I'm gonna take a small break. Okay, I'll be right back. My bladder might explode if I keep waiting. So, where is it? Here. Bye. Ugh. Hi. Um. Hi. I'm back. Muted? No, no, no. Just invisible. You guys all heard the That was me. That was me realizing that my coffee was cold. It's getting cold. You can't hear me, but why? Do I have to speak a little bit louder? I still have half a cup to go. I need to chug this, but I don't have any more room in my stomach for any of this coffee. That's what it was? Yeah, it was the my coffee is cold. Goth girl Ark? I've always been a goth girl. What are you talking about? Hi. Your Ark, your mic is muted still. No, it isn't. It's not, because I can see it. I can see that it's not muted. See, you guys did hear the grunt. I'm being gaslit now. The music is muted. Oh, it is. Oh, there we go. Okay, that I believe. That I have checked. I am the background music was muted. What cool drinks do you have? I have a hazelnut coffee. Hazelnut coffee, black coffee. I finished my Guinness cold brew the other day. Okay, did you guys know that Nestea, the iced tea, it changed brands? Cause these days I've been going out and just checking, stores and stuff, and I don't see Nestea iced tea anymore. Whatever it's called. It's just called Nestea, right? Nestea iced tea. Yeah, it's a green thing now. It's a green can. I think they got bought out. Let's see. Is it rebrand? Yeah, it's called Fuse. It's a new thing called Fuse. It's called Fuse Iced Tea. The brand name change. New name, same taste. So it's literally the same thing inside the can. It's just a different look and a different packaging. So there's really no difference. If there's any sort of any Nestea fans out there, just get Fuse. It's not the fact that you can't find Nestea, it's the fact that it's just a name change. But the inside, the drink itself is the same. I thought Fuse tea has always been a thing. I guess not. Because I haven't seen it until recently. When was it? When did the name change happen? January 2025? What? It happened in 2025? So I've been stuck in my cave of a home for the past year and not realizing that it's changed. January 2025. I'm so out of the loop. I rap, side dim dom. Yeah, I am so out of the loop. I don't know what's changed, what hasn't. And sometimes I just go, I'm like, wow, things look different. I wonder why. Oh, things just changed. No, it's been changed, Ark. Things have changed. You just didn't realize it because you're stuck in your home. You never leave the house. Touch some grass, goddammit. Touch grass. Time flows differently for a dragon, you're right. Maybe that's what it is. It's, just a blink of an eye. Consider living life. No, I'm okay, here's the thing. I'm so broke to the point where I'm like, I went grocery shopping yesterday. Because a few of my roommates are going vacation, and I'm like, now I have to fend for myself. So I went with one of my other roommates and we went grocery shopping, and the entire time I was thinking, what can I buy so that I don't have to leave the house very often? What can I buy so that I can just hoard and save up? And so I ended up buying a giant tub of kimchi, which is gonna last me for like 20 days. That's my fiber. That's my fiber and probiotics right there. My tub of kimchi, right? Yeah, buy in bulk. And then I looked at the dumpling section. Chinese dumplings. They were like 10. No, there were five bags for $10. And I was like, each bag is 2 meals. Each bag is 2 meals. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get like 5 bags, right? And I'm like, all right, that's already 20 meals with my kimchi. That's my fiber, that's my carbs, that's my meats. And I'm like, my tub of kimchi was like on sale. It was like $7. And then my 5 packages of dumplings was like $10. And all together, that's $15. And I'm like, I'm pretty much set for 20 meals for $15. Yeah, I'm full of kimchi and dumplings. That's the only thing I eat. Yeah, I hope you're eating healthy. Yeah, because it was like different types. It was like different types of dumplings. So it wasn't just like the same ingredients inside the dumplings. So you can get like 5 bags of different assorted ones. There's ones with like pork and chives. There's one that's like chicken and mushrooms. There's some that are like, there's different ingredients inside the dumpling. So I'm like, I'm not eating the same thing every day, not really. But I'm still saving a lot of money by just eating dumplings and kimchi every day. Do you have some nice Asian sauce for it? I actually like to change things around. So sometimes I like to make sauce with gochujang. Sometimes I like to make peanut sauce with peanut butter. Sometimes I like to make soy sauce, like sweetened soy sauce. I also have miso. So like different sauces for every day. I'm just living the life right now. I'm like, I have so much different variety with like $15. Do you go for the xiaolongbao or the taxiu bao, cha bao? I like both of them actually, but they're very different. I think that's the thing. I like the xiaolongbao when it comes to soup noodles. So for people who don't know, xiaolongbao is basically like bigger, rounder dumplings that are steamed, and they have like some soup inside. So it's like a soup dumpling, but without the actual soup around it. It's the soup inside the dumplings. And the cha bao is like the cha bao is like the pork, the barbecue pork inside like actual bread. So it's like very fluffy bread around it, and then there's like barbecue pork inside, and they're both really good. Poor man's tonkatsu ketchup and soya. That's true. It is. But here's the thing. Tonkatsu, the sauce isn't that difficult to make, right? It's just Worcestershire sauce with some ketchup with some sugars. I think that's really it. I think it's the Worcestershire sauce that's probably the pricier thing. But you don't need a lot of it. I don't think you need a lot of it in there. Maybe some soy sauce. Brought some pre-packaged Korean bone soup. Has been a nice mix-up. Korean bone soup. You know what I've been getting as well? I just have this lying around. I haven't really used it yet. I didn't buy it yesterday. But I have like the little Korean the soup bags. So if you go to a Korean grocery store, you might be able to find this. But they're essentially tea bags. But instead of the tea inside the tea bags, they have like a whole bunch of soup ingredients. So they have like sliced up mushrooms, like dried mushrooms. They have dried kelp. They have dried anchovies or dried crab. And then you boil some water and you shove that tea bag, that soup bag inside, and you just let it boil, and that just becomes the soup itself. Sometimes dried tofu in there as well. It's like, yeah, those suck. I love them. It's better than buying the powders, because it's just all of the dried soup ingredients. It's like the actual ingredients. What sucks? The powdered ones. The powdered ones suck because it's like you don't actually even see the ingredients. It's like what is even in this? It's just powder. You have some of those in Millie's brand? I don't know. I've never heard of Millie's brand. But they are, I do find that I do find them to be pretty healthy. Just because it's like actual ingredients. Just used ingredients, it's kind of expensive. That's true though. I could just buy a box of mushrooms, dried mushrooms. I could just buy a box of dried kelp and just make my own. Millie sipping broth. It's actually, never mind. So it might actually be cheaper for me to buy the actual ingredients, the dried ingredients, and just make little bags out of them. Or not, I don't even need bags and just shove them inside the soup. It's better for you than powder, but the flavor is not as potent, and a lot of brands have weird gimmicks where they put health nut things. I love health nut things. I'm a health nut. I am the health nut wraps. It's made for me. That's made for me. I love being healthy. That's like my main thing. I want to be cheap, and I want to be healthy. And even if it's not as potent, like whatever, right? It's still good for me. Mushroom coffee. What? No, I've never tried that. Yeah, she's talking mushrooms. Oh, lovely. I love shiitake mushrooms. I love anything mushroom. I could just eat mushrooms all day, every day. I know there's some people out there who hate mushrooms. Not me. I'll take all of your mushrooms. All of your oyster mushrooms, all your king mushrooms, all of your... What are those really long ones? I'll take your shiitake mushrooms. Your champignons. What about mold? That's different. Fungi is like, eh. There's like the wood ear fungi. I'm like, eh. It doesn't really have the same texture as mushroom. I like mushroom because they're soft and they soak up a lot of juices. I think that's the thing. Mushrooms soak up so much of the juices and the flavors, and themselves also have a lot of flavor. Enoki mushrooms. That's it. Thank you, Raps. That's why I love them so much. They're not really my replacement for anything. Some people see mushrooms as a meat replacement because it has the same texture. No, different. I think mushrooms on pizza, it's just good all around. You can put it in anything. Put it in your pizza, put it in your soups, you put it in your stir-fried rice, you put it in your, I don't know, your dumplings. Put it in your stir-fry, your regular stir-fry, right? Just cream of mushroom, your soups, put it in your stews. Your curry if you want. No mushroom. I love mushrooms. Button mushrooms are good too. They're all good. So versatile. So amazing. Do you like smoked fish? I do. I do love smoked fish. I like it when it's like you see the entire fish, not just the fillet. Because I get it too. I like the fillet, but I like picking the meats outside of the bone, around the bone, and just eating a little bit at a time. Instead of shoving the entire thing in my mouth. I don't know, there's like it's an experience. My Russian shop sells sour herring in plastic. In plastic? Not like out there fresh in the open? That's microplastics. Chicken mushroom skewers are, they're good. They're good. So good. So we still have an hour before I eat. Why are we talking about food now? No! She lives to destroy. I live to eat and sleep and play. I only want to do is eat, sleep, play. That's all. That's all it is. My grandma used to work at a mushroom farm, so we get so much mushroom in bulk. I'm so jealous of you. Do you know how expensive mushrooms are nowadays? A box of mushrooms. Right? Like a small box of mushrooms. Small as in like... Imagine my hands. You guys can't. The size of my hands, 2 hands. Right? That's how big a box of mushrooms are. That's $5 already. That's $5. And mushrooms shrink when you cook them. The mushrooms shrink. So like sometimes you would make a box of mushrooms and once you're finished cooking them, they have gone down half the size. It's not too bad. It's expensive. If I'm spending more than $2 on a meal, $3 on a meal, that's expensive. Saxophone jazz. Game OSTs. Are there any? Buy dried mushrooms then? I know, I need to. I do have shiitake mushrooms, but you can't dry everything. So that they increase in size. True. Absorb all the water. Expand. Inflate. Mushroom inflation. It's $2.99 here. Not sure why it's so high where you are. I don't know either. I don't know why. I buy the variety ones. Maybe that's why. Depending on what type of mushrooms it is, right? The enoki mushrooms are usually $2.99. Enoki mushrooms used to be like 99 cents. I don't know what happened. But if you were to get like the variety ones with the king oysters and the king oyster mushrooms and whatever it is, then it's usually like $5. How do you counter inflation? Just buy cheaper. Just stop eating things that you love. Cheesecake? Oh, that's a luxury. Sushi? Another luxury. Do you like wood ear or shiitake better? I like shiitake way better. Shiitake is an actual mushroom, and wood ear is just a fungi that pretends it's a mushroom. Not this. The texture is not there. It doesn't taste like a mushroom. It doesn't feel like a mushroom. It doesn't have the same texture when you bite into it. It doesn't have the same consistency as a regular mushroom. And wood ear sucks. It doesn't soak up flavor as well. It's just like kelp. King oyster mushrooms expensive. Yeah, that's probably it. It's because I've been buying the ones that are in variety, and I'm like, I can't buy them anymore. Stick to shiitake and button probably. That's what I should do as well. Hi Sub Z, welcome in. Like once inflation hits, you kind of have to be like, okay, I gotta take out some things from my daily life, things that I can no longer afford. I now have to start buying things when they're on sale and buying things in bulk. And I think we should have adapted that a long time ago. Not even before inflation, where it's like, yeah, maybe it's probably cheaper not to eat out all the time. It's probably cheaper to make my own meals. Now I get to learn how to cook as well. Free time, can't afford that. More work. No, or you have to start working like 3 jobs or something in order to afford your old lifestyle. Like, you think I can bar hop anymore? No, alcohol's freaking expensive. Buy food from Costco. I buy all the spices from Costco. I buy rice when it's on sale. Cooking is one of life's many joys. It really is. It really is. I think it's a craft in itself. Cooking is an art form. And plus, you're the customer when it comes to cooking, most of the time at least. You're the one eating your own food, so you get to cater your dishes to what you enjoy. And I think that's the fun of it. When someone else is cooking for you, you can't just be like, oh, can you add more salt to this? Can I add more sugar to this? Can I add like this type of sauce to it? Because it feels like you're kind of, disrespecting their cooking a little bit. When you're cooking yourself, you can be like, okay, if I like things that are a little bit more sweet, let me just add more sugars in here. Let me just add some maple syrup. Sorry, my Canadian brain. Or when I want something to be more salty, let me just add more salt to it. What if I want I don't know. Like, what if I like my rice a little bit mushier than your regular person? Because I see this, people complain about this all the time in all the households I've lived in, where it's like, yes, some person in the house prefers mushy rice, some person prefers rice that's a little bit harder, and we can't decide on what we want to make just because there's only one rice cooker. It's like, yeah, you have to make it for the entire household. But if you're just cooking for yourself, it's like, oh yeah, I think we can choose. What do I want today? I haven't seen Sichuans anywhere. I really want to make some kung pao. I actually have no idea what that is. I'm gonna be real with you right now. Sichuan is a place in China. It's a province in China. So when you say I haven't seen Sichuans anywhere, that just tells me that you haven't seen people from Sichuan. Is it a type of sauce? Because I know that people have been raving about Sichuan sauce. That's like, I haven't seen any Texans anywhere on the same caliber. And I don't know what kung pao is. It's a type of Sichuan pepper. Oh, it's like Texan pepper, I guess, or like saying, I don't know, like Thai pepper. Cause like it's like saying I haven't seen any Thai anywhere, and it's like yeah, there's Thai people everywhere. What are you talking about? Kung Pao chicken. Did you know that Kung Pao chicken is like a? I've never actually tried it. It's like a dish that was made to be catered towards like Western culture. Same with sweet and sour pork. It's not a common dish. It was only made to be catered towards like a more Western crowd. Same with what is it, chicken? Those chicken balls and egg rolls as well. Like if you were to go to China and you were to say, "Oh, can you get some Kung Pao chicken?" Nobody's gonna know what you're talking about. Everyone's gonna be like, "What's Kung Pao chicken?" Or like, "What are these chicken balls you're talking about?" Or what is the? I think sweet and sour is like slowly being adopted into more Asian cuisines, but it's still a very like it's a very Western dish. The Pepper Village. Mushy rice, that's a crime. I know my grandma loved mushy rice. She kind of liked it like porridge. You also have Kung Pao chicken over there? Really? I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen it there at all. American tacos have cheese where everywhere else usually doesn't have that. Oh. Like Americanized stuff, yeah. Kung Pao chicken in some places in Shanghai. Really? What is it called? Because the word Kung isn't really Chinese. Pao, yeah. Pao is Chinese. Oh, it's Gong Pao? It's Sichuan. Maybe that's why. Huh. Ow. We should all start learning fry screen. Americanized Sichuan Gong Bao. Ow! Why are you guys bonking me out of the blue? What did I do? I think I'm a pretty non-bonkable person, but for some reason, sometimes I just say the normalest things, and I get. Thank you for the head massage. I get bonked for it. It's like donairs is bastardized doner kebab. What? I did not know that. Did you know? Okay, I was a little bit slow. I'm a little bit slow to like donairs. I actually didn't know what donairs were until like last week. Did you guys know that? I'm like so uncultured. I went to, where is it? In Canada, we have like a chain. Is it? We have a chain called Lazee's. And I'm like, I don't know what to eat. And it's kind of late in the day, but the place was open. So I was like, let me just go there. And then like, there's like a donairs dish. And I'm like, I need to try that. I don't know what it is. I did enjoy it. I quite enjoyed it a lot. So I did get the donairs dish. The donairs, I think it was a shawarma wrap. It's a little bit different from what I'm used to though, because for me I'm like, I can't tell if it's a meat. But I guess it is a meat. What is it? Meat cooked in vertical rotisserie. As a doner kebab. Huh. The creators made it have condensed milk, honey garlic before because he felt our tastes were childlike. It turns out he was right. Okay, when I think about that, I'm like, oh, those go really well together. It was meant to be an insult. Oh, I never knew that. Yeah, Point Waster had a price hike so that people don't spam it anymore. If you need to get rid of your 100,000, you can do it. You can do it right now. Milk, honey, condensed milk, honey and garlic. Honey and garlic always works well together. I'm not sure about condensed milk. I haven't really put condensed milk into anything outside of dessert. How you doing, Grandma? I'm doing great, born batch. Yeah, we have points inflation today. I think we're gonna stick with these. So, here's the thing, guys. bonk and head pats are the same amount of points. They are the exact same. Instead of giving me head pats, you guys choose bonk instead? Why? Why? You guys just hate me. Why doesn't YouTube get a bonk option? This is discrimination, I know, right? Why does YouTube hate us? We should write a letter of complaint to YouTube to tell them to bring us redeems. Why doesn't YouTube have redeems? I would make use of it. Why doesn't YouTube allow animated GIFs? That's also rude. Rude as hell, disrespectful. Is funny bonk? Heh, I'm uncertain. Welcome in. Why are you guys bonking me? Have you tried tofu? My grandpa wants me to, but I'm scared. I haven't tried because I'm also scared. I'm also scared. When I was living in China, there was a lot of news going around that some people were making like stinky tofu out of like sewer water. Like they were boiling tofu in sewer water, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want any of it. Yeah, that's not how you make it, by the way. It's just that in some places they're like, yeah, let's just skimp out on like what the actual ingredients are. Okay, let's see. Stinky tofu. How to make it. And I'm pretty sure it's just the fermentation. Yeah, it's the fermentation that makes it smell like really strong. Fermenting firm tofu in specialized brine for 24 hours to a week. Then you deep fry it. I actually don't find stinky tofu to be that stinky because it just smells like fermentation to me. It's kind of like if you go to Thailand, for instance, or some other like rural areas where they serve shrimp. Do you guys know where to get the big ass shrimp from? They get it from the sewers. Like sometimes I would find like some guy in the back of the restaurant like fishing from the sewer trying to fish out a giant shrimp. It's like literal garbage. I like sometimes you have to be like, okay, is this food, you know, is it safe for me? This was like back then though. This is like maybe over 10 years ago when this would happen. It probably doesn't happen anymore because when I moved to China, right, they started doing more inspection checks. So you would get signs in front of restaurants, like it's government funded, the inspections. So each restaurant would have a little sign in the front saying like if they had a food inspection and when was the last time they've done a food inspection. I don't think I'm great anymore. Yeah, because there's so many instances of people trying to like make a little bit of money by putting junk in their food, in their restaurant food. They're like trying to cheap out on the ingredients. And yeah, exactly, gutter oil as well. That was a thing. It was a big thing because they're like, yeah, that's cheaper than actually buying oil. But so you're just like, nowadays, if you go to China, if you go, especially in the big cities, you would see like the inspection sign in front. I remember our local Subway closed down, and this is Subway, by the way, a big ass chain. In when I was living in China, that closed down because the inspection just didn't go through. It was like a big red, like it wasn't a sign, you know those like little papers that are stuck on the glass window of the stores, right? Like we have this in Canada as well, where there's also inspection checks for the restaurants, and you would see that sign to tell you like when was the last time they did an inspection and did it pass? Is it green? Like is a sign green, right? Or is a paper green? And that means it's like the inspection was good. If it's like a red sign, it means that they didn't pass. And so like our Subway closed down where I lived because like they didn't pass inspection, and I'm like, it's literally a franchise, what could go wrong? But I guess like I don't know, maybe they didn't train their workers properly. If the local eats it and it's fine, nothing could go wrong, probably. No. Yeah, yearly inspections, exactly. I'm kind of glad that like they became a little bit more strict because back in the day, it was like Wild West in China. It really was. And then they started cracking down on like corruption. They started cracking down on like, you know, food and all that stuff. They started putting in more regulations, and now like it's actually a pretty nice place to live in. Franchisees can easily mess that stuff up. Yeah, if you're not following instructions, I guess so. But I'm like, they're literally instructions. It's like rules and step by step on a piece of paper. You just gotta follow it. That was like the one thing I thought about cooking as like, the concept of cooking as well is that cooking is literally just following instructions on a sheet. I don't know how anybody can be bad at cooking. You're just going step 1, what do I do? Step 2, what do I do? You're not just making shit out of the blue, right? Most people who learn to cook for the first time are looking at an ingredient sheet, a recipe list, and they're going like, what do I do? And it's just, you're just following instructions. So everybody can be good at cooking. I was a little sad when the second time I moved to China, they had cracked down on the street vendors because some of them were great. Yeah, they were. But I can understand that too. They want food safety. And they don't want places to be like, they're just setting up a business anywhere they want. Cooking with recipe. Cooking feels definitely a lot different. My grandpa was bougie before CCP. He eats the weirdest shit I actually don't understand. My sister went to a place that served like, I'm not gonna put this out there now, but I thought it was kind of gross. Some like brains and stuff, and I was like, ew. She didn't actually eat any, but I was like, ew. Ew. Yeah, brains. And they actually serve like the skull of the animal with the brain inside. And I'm like, I don't know if I can call this a luxury thing. Do you like, is this what rich people eat? Because I'm not down for that. Chinese fried rocks. Chinese fried rocks. I think the most I'll go is like, probably like, I've tried frog and snake and I'm like, that's it. I ate goat once. Is goat the same as lamb? Yeah, sometimes Chinese cooking is gourmet, sometimes it's bro. Have you seen those like videos of like Chinese ladies just eating, they're dipping alive, those big ass centipedes? Not the small ones, not the house centipedes, but like the big ass centipedes that are still wriggling and they're like 2 arms long. And then she would put that in alcohol and it would still be squirming until it would like die from the alcohol, and then she would just eat it raw, and I'd be like, what are you? That is gross, that is disgusting, and I never want to see it, and why does this exist? Yeah, like, ew. Ew. That's like seeing those videos of people feeding their pufferfish random centipedes. Have you guys seen those ones as well? The one in the Lion King scene? No. There is a few videos I watched of pufferfish, and pufferfish, their teeth, their jaws, really sharp, really strong, so they can just eat and bite through anything. I would say, I wouldn't recommend anybody eat centipede. Centipedes should just stay on the ground doing what they want to do. They're pretty venomous as well. Like, I don't want anything to do with that. You've seen feeding pufferfish a carrot? Oh my god. That reminds me, pufferfish. Stallion, hello, welcome in. There's one fish called wolf head fish. And what happens is that its jaws are so strong that it will like literally destroy anything that goes within its maws. I was watching a video of yeah, ew, disgusting. Next disgusting thing, please. There was a video of someone who chopped off a wolf head fish's head, and it's already dead, of course, but because the nerves are still there, they put a can of Coke in like a full can of Coke in his jaws, like in his mouth, and the fish just clamped down on it so hard it broke the entire can. And I heard from the comments, people were saying, yeah, like fishermen lose limbs because of this fish, because they think it's dead. But it still moves when it's dead. Its jaws still move when it's dead. What do you think about eating stingrays? I don't know, I think I like stingrays. I like seeing them, I like looking at them, and they're really friendly, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel. Probably bad. I probably wouldn't try stingrays. I can say that for like a lot of other animals as well, but like I'll just stick with what I have and what's available. Stingrays are good. Is it like jellyfish? Imagine getting murked by a dead fish, bro. No. There's a lot of animals that are like that too. They still move when you chop off like in their heads. Like one of my teachers was a farmer and he was a butcher as well, and in his farming life, and he would tell us stories. I was traumatized as a child, but he would be like, yeah, I used to butcher like geese heads and let them run around, like their headless bodies run around, because I thought it was funny. And I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean it was funny? That's gross and disgusting. Don't do this. Ew. Not fun. Not fun. I was severely traumatized. I was a little child, and he was telling me these stories, these bloody, gory stories. Y'all do be eating something weird? Yeah, but I guess that's just how life works sometimes. Just give me flashbacks of Vanilla Scent, also the bear tapeworm discussions. Oh yeah, the tapeworms? Yeah, the bear tapeworm discussions. Made by a fish. I'm glad that we are very food safe nowadays, where we don't eat worms. Like, the thing with raw fish as well, you have to be really careful because fish is full of parasites. So I wouldn't recommend just buying raw fish in the supermarkets and calling it sushi. I think a lot of people are still under the assumption that like any raw fish can be made into sushi. No. Yeah, there's a very specific type grade of fish that you have to buy in order to make into sushi. You need sashimi grade sushi, or sushi grade sushi, or sushi grade fish. Sorry, English. Sashimi grade fish, sushi grade fish. Yeah, sushi grade. I would go for sashimi grade just to be extra safe. Sushi grade is still like, sushi grade is basically just freezing the fish for a very long time, and then sashimi grade is like they actually go through even more inspections. Sushi, sashimi. 6 times, why not 10? Why not 10 times fast? Say that 10 times fast. Never make sushi out of raw freshwater fish. Yeah, the worms in the fish. The worms in the fish body. Ooh. Not good. That's why we get these tapeworms coming out of a bear's ass. 6 times, why not 7? What do you call 7 when it has a flu? I don't like that joke. I should stop. What is 7 with a flu? A 6, 7. Ow. Hi Nero. Welcome in. Was that a bad joke? I kind of liked it, even though I'm like, oh yeah, that meme has to die. It has to like actually die, like get thrown out the window. I don't want to hear it anymore. But like, you know, I saw that joke the other day and I'm like, this is good. I have to say it on stream. It's been in my brain. I have to let it out. At least someone needs to hear it. I'll say it one time. I just need to say it one time. I physically recoiled at that joke. It was good, right? It was good. You have to admit. I almost messed it up. I almost told the joke, like, said the answer to the joke before I even said the joke. You have to be really careful when handling any type of food. I feel like not everyone realizes that. Yeah, food poisoning, not fun. Food poisoning, really not fun. Remember to refrigerate food when you're not eating it, just because at 21 room temperature, the bacteria will grow and multiply, and it's the multiplication that's scary. We need some vitamin D in a dark room. I'm gonna open the window. No, the sunlight's gonna kill me. Actually, I need some vitamin D too. I have some vitamin D pills here. Some vitamin pills. Let's hear this. It's a good sound. It's in a jar. Turn this into dust. Do we really need brains too? Like, I don't need to see the shit humans have been doing this past century. Then you need to take out your eyes. You still need your brains to think, because then you have to make decisions for yourself. Eyes, though, we can take those out. Just rip them out of the sockets whenever you don't want to see. Not easy. Or I guess people with glasses have an advantage, because in moments where they don't want to see, they can just be like, yep, let me just throw my glasses away. How will I just not see? Bring me right now. Whoops. Don't want to perceive. A friend of mine has spicy tuna bowl that left out for 14 hours because they hyper-focused on a game and forgot. Ooh. Isn't that raw fish too? Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that. Not good. No, I wouldn't leave anything out more than like 2 hours, honestly. Like, you can probably still leave things out for like more than 2 hours, but it's way safer to just put things away when you need to put them away, because it's not just like a little bit of bacteria. That little bit of bacteria will like multiply into like a bajillion bacteria. I just told my sister the dumb 6-7 joke. Yeah, wonderful, and they pass it along. And now everybody knows it. 1-7 with the flu. I was shocked when I heard some people think all fishes are safe to eat raw. They really believe all of them is just like sashimi? Oh yeah, oh no. I think there's still a level of education that we need to teach people about what sashimi and sushi really is, because most people think that sushi and sashimi is just raw fish, and it's not. It's not. It's like, even in the craft itself, right? You can't just like bring out a whole raw fish and call it sashimi and sushi, because it's like a level, you need a certain cut. Like things, it needs to be prepared a certain way in order to call it sushi and sashimi. It's not just, we're just eating raw fish. Yes and no. Sometimes I forget to put the food back and just throw it away sometimes. I heard that one of the foods, the most common foods that get bad easily, that you don't realize that they're bad, is rice. Rice. I think it was the FDA. The FDA said that you shouldn't actually be refrigerating rice, even though, like, for me, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Stir-fried rice, I need refrigerated rice. But the recommendation is that you don't even store rice in the fridge. The recommendation is that you just make the rice, and then if you don't finish it, you just throw it out. It's raining here, so I made the joke. What do you call 7 that's been in the rain for a while? Oh, I guess that works too. More in context for what's happening around you. Store in your belly. Yeah, just eat it. Is that really true about rice? Yeah, something about like the spores in the rice, because they're very penetrative, right? And it multiplies fast. Like, bacteria multiplies the fastest in rice or something like that. So what is it? Let's see. FDA rice. Let's go on the FDA website. I don't know why I'm looking at the FDA from the, US. The US Food and Drug Administration. Here it is. It's funny. The second paragraph, the assessment includes a quantitative estimate of lung and bladder cancer risk from long-term exposure to these products. Blah 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 blah. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I just want to see how long does it last? According to the USDA, or the USDA Foodkeeper Guidelines, cooked rice. Okay, so it's different between cooked rice, refrigerated cooked rice. Okay, here it is. Cooked rice should be stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator, consumed within 3 to 5 days. And it is critical to refrigerate cooked rice within the 1 to 2 hours of cooking it to prevent the growth of bacteria. Best within 1 to 2 days. can last up to 1 to 2 hours outside. 3 to 5 days, I'm fine then. You're good. You're good. Or else I get super tummy hurt. Or else I get food poisoning. Better safe than sorry. Have I told you guys? I probably didn't. I don't think I mentioned this at all any stream. But one time my sister forgot that she left rice in the rice cooker. And the entire time I walked past the kitchen, I was like, what's that smell? It's weird. The thing is, the rice cooker is always sitting on the table. It's never put away because we don't have enough storage space. We live in a small-ass condo. It was bad. It was bad. It was moldy, right? It was so bad, I had to get rid of the entire rice cooker. It's like, apparently the mold is really bad for your health as well. As in, you don't want to breathe it in because of the spores and stuff. It's like dangerous mold. It's a biohazard. So I ended up throwing the entire thing away. I was like, there's no way I can get rid of this. There's no way I can like get rid of this properly without like, you know, cleaning everything. Uncooked rice lasts for 2 years, so I might keep buying my 20-pound bag of rice. Me too! Me too. That's what my roommates do. They end up buying like 20 bags of rice. Whenever it's on sale, it's like, oh, this is a really good sale. We're gonna buy 20 bags. And then like the entire household like brings it all in. Like we each carry 2 bags and we put it in the storage room. The mold has claimed another rice cooker. Hi, Kosak. Welcome in. Have a good lurk. Aflatoxin? Is that what it's called? Aflatoxin. Google, tell me what this is. A poison resulting from ingested food or feed contaminated with high levels of aflatoxin. Well, that's aflatoxosis is what I'm looking at. Which is different from a highly toxic carcinogenic component produced by Aspergillus fungi. It's mold. It's dangerous mold. They're probably the most known and most intensively researched mycotoxins in the world, according to the USDA. What is USDA and FDA? USDA. The United States Department of Agriculture. Why is it always the US? Does Canada have one? Food. I would trust the USDA more than the Canadian one, to be quite honest. I don't think we have enough research in Canada. The United States Department of Agriculture, yes. I have to remember that. I have to remember acronyms. Everything's always abbreviated and acronymed into acronyms, and I don't know what anything means anymore. Research is all we do. You know what? You're right about that. You're right about that. We only have space for research. Tech startups? Nah, non-existent. Any new businesses? Nah, non-existent. Only research. Uncooked brown rice has significantly shorter shelf life compared to white rice, mostly because of the oils. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that either. We're learning things. Give me the red 40? No. Isn't that bad for you? Now someone's gonna be like, but everything in large amounts is bad for you, Ark. Shut up. Research, no application. I don't know what it is. I had a friend in school at the time, and I think he was in some sort of science major, and after graduating he couldn't find a job in any research. No labs, nothing, nobody was hiring. He ended up just researching at the university again. He just got a job at the university. I think it's really just the universities that are doing most of the research, or we have to go like really out there in the wilderness. No civilization to do actual research. I'm making a website to help people with ADHD, but I have ADHD and I'm having trouble finishing it. No! No, it's going back around. It's looping in a circle. Oh no. Hi, sentients. Welcome in. I'm talking to you right now. Happy hump day. I need to bring back this. I need to bring back my coffee. 1 second. Let me just drink some coffee. Woohoo! Yippee! Archivos, have a good lurk. You know, that stretch reminded me of something. I was looking up, so you guys know that I'm on a journey to learn how to sing properly, right? Like using different techniques, and I am learning how to scream better. Like I can scream, but I want to get better screams. Another training arc. I'm always in my training arc. Always. And so like I was looking at what some people were saying about fry screaming. And someone was like, yeah, it's just like you're constipated. Just pretend that you're constipated and you're pushing out poop out of your butt. And I was like, wait. I think that's one of the best techniques. Not a sub-arc. Wait, what's a sub-arc? Explain. I'm always never a sub-arc. I'm always a dom. Whatever that means. And I think that goes for like a lot of things too. Like every time you need to like push with your diaphragm, right? Every time you need a bit more power, you're just like, yeah, just pretend that you're constipated. Because I heard the same when it came to working at your core muscles. Because when you're doing sit-ups, you're not actually working out your core muscles. You're working out your abs. But if you want to engage your core muscles, people were like, yeah, just pretend that you're constipated. Can you scream though? Sometimes. Just pretend you're constipated and then just hold your breath. And just let out a groan. Can you do the Mongolian throat singing from IS3? I can't. Not yet. I'm learning the techniques too, but I can't apply it. Not in practice. Not yet. Maybe one day. Still try. There's Mongolian singing IS3. Apply yourself. Why don't you apply yourself? What is that? What is that badge? Star Force. Star Force Mega Man. I actually didn't realize that I played Star Force when I was a child. I was like, I told myself, I'm like, I've never played a Mega Man game ever. I don't remember playing Mega Man games. And then I was looking at someone who streamed it. I was looking at the gameplay. Then suddenly all the memories just came rushing back into my head. And I was like, wait, hold on. I remember these graphics. I remember this type of battle. I remember playing Mega Man. I don't know why it just left me. It's almost the equivalent of going, yeah, I never played a Pokemon game, but then like you realize that you played like all of Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Alpha, Ruby, Sapphire, whatever it is. Nothing. Hello, welcome in. Can you learn Mongolian throat singing for the next karaoke? No, it's gonna take me at least a year. It's not that easy, man. You think it's easy? You think it's easy doing Mongolian throat singing? No, it's not. It's really not. The same will happen to me because I swear I never played Mega Man. What is it? What makes us suppress our memories? Because there's nothing about Mega Man that's like traumatizing. It's like, you do remember games you played because they're exciting, right? You usually remember your best moments in gaming. Unless it's like Kingdom Hearts or something. That's traumatizing. Imagine being into Kingdom Hearts. Shorting neurons or something. Childhood trauma makes you flush everything out. It had some traumatic moments. It probably wasn't as bad as other ones. It's okay, let me think about this. What were my first games? My first games were Pokemon. And then I don't remember playing anything else, which sucks. Because I'm pretty sure I had a console. I had a handheld console. And there's no way I would have just bought one game from a handheld console. I'm pretty sure I played at least 3. At least 3. Sure, hello, thank you for the follow. The most frustrating game ever, and that's why I suppressed. Is it really that frustrating? Yeah, I had a Game Boy. I had my first console, handheld console, was a Game Boy Advance. So I played Fire Red. That was my first Pokemon game. I remember being jealous of everyone because everyone had like a Game Boy Color, and they kept like asking for more, and then finally got to a point where they're like, oh yeah, GBA, yeah. Everyone's playing freaking Pokemon Crystal, and I'm like, that could have been me. That should have been me. But no, I had to work for it. So Fire Red, my first one. And I'm pretty sure there were other games on the GBA that were good. Okay, let's see. GBA games. We're going through a list of GBA games, and we're gonna see which ones we have played. GB. Shit. Google, why are you lagging? Google. Google's failing me. What new games got you interested these days? I actually don't have time to play games these days, so nothing. I'm not a gamer. I wish I was. Zelda, I guess. Is this how people got into Zelda? Is through like Game Boy? Because I never, even though I had a GBA, I never played any Zelda games. I played, Metroid was on there as well. There's a whole bunch of Mario games, of course. Kirby. Okay, I remember playing Kirby. No, I played Tactics. I played Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy on the GBA. Okay, I remember now. I played a lot of Tactics. I've been telling you to play Breath of the Wild for 2 years now. I actually have the game too, and I never touched it. It's not, I feel like Breath of the Wild is not a good way to get into Zelda though. It's definitely a very different type of gameplay in comparison to all the other Zelda games. Why not? I don't know. I feel like I need to put a lot of time into it. And I need to actually lock in. I don't lock in. I will get so distracted. I would be in a boss fight and I'd just be like talking to you. I'd be yapping. I'd be yapping about like Final Fantasy in the middle of playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, which has no relation to each other. And then I'd just be walking around aimlessly. Well, I'm gonna be destroyed by the boss in a single second. Just try to see where it goes. Yeah, I probably won't be streaming it though. I don't think I can stream Breath of the Wild. Twilight Princess Superiority. I moved countries when Twilight Princess came out, and so I played it in Japanese and I couldn't understand anything. That was my first Zelda game. Twilight Princess. And then I played Wind Waker. I didn't finish it. I couldn't get into Wind Waker, so I ended up watching other streamers play Wind Waker. I never said anything about streaming. That's true. That's true. I should just start. You know what I should start? 100 Line. You know what else I should finish? My Pokemon games. I need to finish, what was the last one that came out? I forgot. I made a character, then I stopped it. Minish Cap is nice. Midna is your childhood crush? Isn't Midna just a creature? Yeah, 100 Line. I have to finish that one. I kind of started it and finished it. I bought the collector's edition of 100 Line just to support the devs. And Pokepia is definitely ouch. It's not even on my list. Pokepia, nothing. Pokepia is a $1,000 game. I don't have money for it. Minna's an imp. Oh, that's what she is. 100 Line is so good. I know. I know it is. one day when I stop being a content creator, I'll finally get to sit down and be like, all right, time to play 100 Line. One day when I get a steady inflow of cash, maybe, perhaps. That's the proper way of saying it. Not the fact that I'm gonna stop being a content creator. Have you heard of Castlevania Lord of Shadows? Storyline is priceless? No. I've actually never played any of the Castlevania games. There's something in my eye. What's going on? Priceless as in it's good? I'm guessing it means it's good. And I'm also guessing that means that I should be playing it. Because right now we're doing recommendations, right? You wouldn't have said it if you didn't want me to play it. Finish Z, ain't no point in thinking about Pokemon. You don't have much free time. Yeah. It's at your throne. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think I have like this weird allergy to thrown items and gifts, which I shouldn't be having. I'm like allergic to people giving me money, and it's just weird. It's such a strange concept to me, which is why I'm like, I'll just put things, necessities, in my throne instead of things that I actually kind of like. I did manage to put like 2 things, but I still feel I have this like weird conscience where I'm like, I feel bad for putting these things up. And the Switch, because it's so expensive, I'm like, if someone were to get me a Switch too, I'm gonna have to stream it. I'm gonna have to play it and use it on stream, or else I would feel bad. But the thing is, I don't want to stream anything on a Nintendo console because setting up is really annoying with an adapter and stuff. Castlevania has an amazing narrative. I'll put that on my list, my giant backlog of games I need to finish. I need to play. I do have a capture card, yeah. I did stream like one game from a Switch before. I forgot which one it was. It's been a while. I streamed 13 Sentinels. It was also good. It was really good. Breath of Fire 4. I don't know what that is. Nintendo would ban your stream anyway from playing Pokepia? No, there's plenty of people playing Pokepia. There's plenty of people streaming Nintendo games. I think it's fine as long as you're not streaming a very story-heavy game, and as long as you're within the guidelines, I think it's good. Got it in GOG. A true classic. Breath of Fire 4. Breath of Fire. Is this also tactics? No, it's turn-based. Ooh, I really like the art. Oh, this is really cute. The artwork, at least. I see now for the first time through thy eyes. Compared to the 2010 YouTube Pokemon playthroughs, yeah, that's what I'm scared of as well. Like, right now for the Nintendo playthroughs, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But when it comes to like fan-made Pokemon games, I'm like, yeah, I'm still not gonna touch those. Definitely not. Because I remember seeing like someone played just a regular Pokemon game, but they got like, they thought they bought an official ROM for it. It turned out to be fake, and they got so much shit for it. So I'm like, yeah, Nintendo is always scary when it comes to these things. I don't want to ever get on their bad side. I don't want to get deplatformed. Which is why Pokemon fan games are out of the question, even though I love them. Even though I love the concept of them as well. I can barely talk anymore. There's so much snot in my nose. Can I breathe now? No. Breathing, one of the most difficult things that you can do in this life. In this world. Putting oxygen in your bodies. Making sure that all of your organs have oxygenized. What's your plan for lunch, Arky? So I mentioned that yesterday you went grocery shopping. I ended up going through the hot food section and I bought 2 dishes. Manual breathing. That is what I'm doing. That's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm not even kidding. I can't breathe through my nose. I'm breathing through my mouth and it's terrible. I can't breathe. I'm a mouth breather. I'm a dirty mouth breather. I can't even finish my thought. Points as a mouth breather. I think what I need to do is I need to stop talking so quickly on stream. Where, please breathe in 4 seconds, out 4 seconds. What is breathing? I better note. Yeah, okay, I was mentioning getting hot food. If you start rapping, you don't breathe. Let me finish breathing first, wait. I have to make sure that I can breathe before I finish my sentences. I went to the grocery store. I got 2 dishes of hot food because it was at the end of the day and things were on sale. They packaged everything in boxes. So I ended up getting mushroom beef stir fry and eggplant tofu stir fry. So that's going on rice today. That's gonna be my lunch. It's gonna be like that for the next 3 days. That's all I'm gonna be eating. So you guys know what lunch is tomorrow. It's gonna be the same shit. It's just gonna be mushroom beef and eggplant on rice. You love eggplant? Me too. It's also one of those vegetables that soak up all the sauces. Very flavorful. I know that for some people are allergic to eggplant and it makes their tongue itch. Apparently. Same with pineapple? Actually no, maybe not pineapple. Mango? It's nice. Yeah. Maybe I should leave now so I can eat. Because I can barely breathe properly. Not their tummy, their tongue. See, I can't speak properly with this breathing problem that I have right now. You're an eggplant hater. What's wrong with eggplants? They're just... If you cook it well enough, it becomes very slimy. It's almost like a sauce. Go eat and breathe. I will. Hope you get better as the weather gets warmer. You know, the problem right now with this breathing is the fact that it's not the allergies. It's because I talk so much and I talk so fast. And then I'm breathing through my mouth. And then something goes on with my face where it's like, yeah, now we're just gonna make you really congested because you're no longer breathing through your nose. So that's something I have to learn for the future. For any of my future streams is that I have to like stop talking as fast. Once I get really locked into a subject, I just end up breathing through my mouth. And then I become a mouth breather. Like actually, I'm not normally a mouth breather. But I start rapping on stream. I start talking so fast that I become a mouth breather. I forget to breathe through my nose because there's just air going in and out of my mouth. It just happens. 3 hours of mouth breathing. My body's not used to this. I'm not normally like this, guys. I normally do breathe through my nose. And my body's like, this is weird. This is a weird instance. This is not what normally happens in your body, so now we're gonna add a lot of phlegm in your nose. Now you actually can't breathe through your nose anymore. You got some cool fruits, like you like eating, like fruits that are beneficial to your health. Beneficial? I used to hate apples. Because my mother would force me to eat them after a meal. Because she was like, an apple a day keeps doctor away and it's really healthy for you. That's not how my mother talks. But she would say something along those lines. But I'd be like, Mom, I'm full. I already finished all my food. I'm really full. My stomach is about to burst open. If I were to shove even like, I don't know, like a milligram of rice in my, or anything in my stomach, she'd be like, no, you're eating this apple anyway. And you know, when we're all forced to do something, we end up hating it. So it's gotten to a point where like I hated apples for 10 years. For like maybe over 10 years. I actually need a breath redeem. And then 10 years later, I got back into eating apples and I'm like, wait, this isn't so bad. I actually enjoy this. I just shouldn't be eating it after every meal when I'm already full. My mom used to sometimes joke when it's in full, she's like, full of shit. Yeah, and then they'd be like, oh, Ark, why are you getting so, you're getting heavy now? And I'm like, whose fault is that? Is it because you keep feeding me food? Is it because you keep giving me food to eat? And then when you like go on a diet and when you lose weight and then they go, oh, why aren't you eating? And I'm like, I thought you said I was getting heavy, that's why I'm going, nope, you have to eat more. Being too skinny isn't good. And then when you start gaining weight, oh, you're getting fat again. Do you regret hating apples? I do in fact, because I know how nutritious apples are and it's full of iron as well. One of the fruits with the most amount of iron. And so I'm like, this is good for me. Every woman should be eating more iron. What are you arguing me for? We're arguing it here. Yippee. Bruh. Hi, bro. Hi, bro. We're about to end stream, bro. You're a little late, sorry. I'm just chilling for another like 3 minutes, maybe, perhaps. Apple slices with caramel is a nice snack. I tried to get into apples by dipping them in caramel. It didn't really work. But I kind of like them now as they are. The femboy Ark, bro. No, don't end. No, don't leave. I'm hungry and I have work to do. I have a lot of work to do. Spinning in my chair. I'm moving back and forth. No. I have to go. I'll be back tomorrow. Back with some Limus company. I know you guys enjoy just chatting a little bit more. But I still want to integrate some gaming into the week. Go eat now? Yeah, leaving. I'm going. Leaving forever. Bro is a pro yapper. I was talking to someone about that and they're like, how do you talk so much? I was like, we were talking about streaming and they're like, by the way, what do you even stream? And I'm like, I just talk. They're like, for 3 hours? I'm like, yeah? What do you mean? Like, how do you think I stream? What do you think streaming is about? You think I shouldn't be talking for 3 hours? No, I talk for 3 hours. It's whatever comes up in my head, in my brain. Sometimes we just reuse and recycle topics, but whatever. Gotta fill in the space. Let's see. Let's raid into Jaruna, because Jaruna has always raided into us. Let's go say hi to her. She's playing retro games. She's playing Planescape Torment. This is probably the first time that she's been streaming for this long. Yes, finally. We've never raided to her before. She always raids to us. This is our moment. This is our time. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Wednesday, your hump day. It's hump day. And perhaps I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, maybe on Friday. Friday we're having a karaoke stream. A karaoke and chatting stream. So I will try not to sing for that long. We'll do like 1 hour of karaoke. Maybe I won't take I won't take requests just because it's an hour. There's not much I can do in an hour. Bard Ark. Bard. That sounds like a verb. Well, sending you guys off now. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.